I did not know. I did not
get a
see
buzz
any
buzz.
posts. No.
All right,
You might want to do that real quick before you go live.
I'm already live. That's fine. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
You're live though. Hello everyone! It's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up, Episode 11, Rock and Roman. Today is going to be a jammed-packed episode. We've got all things. Hold on, let me just post this to social media real quick. There we go. Sorry about that. We've got all things regarding the Romin and Gakuto duel. We will definitely be discussing that. We have almost a full stream today, minus Nick T. But the three people that are joining me and are obviously part of the team as usual, Pete, Cal, and Kate. Hope you guys are doing well today. They were not here in the last 7's Up, so they will be giving their opinions on not only this episode, but very briefly, the Ushido and Rook duel as well, and just how this whole arc has kind of played out, this mini arc, as we are going to our titanic clash between Roa and Yuga. And we are about 40 minutes or so away from making our formal predictions in regards to Yuga versus Roa. This has been a prediction that I have been personally dreading for a very long time, because up until now I felt like all the duels are pretty... I felt comfortable with them. Sure, you might have a wrench thrown into one here and there where there might be a plot twist, but I felt like they were all straightforward for the most part, as long as you didn't really overthink them. This is a hard one, though, Yuga versus Roa. We're going to be discussing that. We're also going to be discussing the episode 12 summary and cast, the episode airing in 2 days. And I do want to confirm with everyone, we heard this about 12 hours ago. Yuga versus Roa will be the first two-parter duel in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's. Yuga versus Roa will go from episode 12 into episode 13. So that should be really exciting. Our first two-episode duel in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's. Guys, how you doing tonight?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good.
Good. Good. All right, just quick and to the point. I do want to thank every single one of you who donated in the last Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up stream. You guys are amazing. There are two ways to donate if you do choose to do so. Through Super Chat, which is in the actual chat, and through the link in the description. I will say the link in the description helps me out a little more. PayPal does not take nearly as much as YouTube takes from donations when they are done through the link in the description. Your name will still be on the bottom bars if that matters to you, the Legends and Monthly thing. So it all counts the same. But obviously, if you do choose to donate, if you do choose to donate, I am super grateful, and one of the ways that I show it is giving a shout out to everyone who donated on the last stream. Big thank you to Captain Rex, Nicholas Horton, Davis Enos, TNX Rail, Legendary Duels, Sean Gilbride, Alan Wilkinson, Brian Ford, Electric Kevin, Stardust Nobody, Goosey Q, Fender Bullet, Solid Snack, Jack Knight 21, and Alex Verme. Okay, you guys ready to go?
Yeah, why don't you start us off, though?
Okay, I will start us off. I'm not going to lie, I don't really have a monologue planned. I have not done an episode review. I haven't done an episode review, so I guess I'll do kind of a quick episode review. What did I think of episode 11? Well, you know I'm a big Roman supporter here. Spam that hashtag Roman Empire in the chat right now, Roman Empires, because we got a big win. The first non-Yuga and Rook win. And I got to tell you, it wasn't a joke win for a girl character like we've seen so many times. This was a seriously kick-ass win for Roman Kirishima. Yes, the whole being hangry thing to give her superpowers, all right, that was a little, obviously more on the comedic side. It's what we're kind of expecting here with Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's. They're not going to do anything too serious. At least I don't have a reason to believe that they will. That's just the tone of the show. It is what it is. But when Roman got her powers, that was one of the coolest things in the show yet for me. Her voice actress did a bang-on job with playing Roman, like an angrier Roman. I thought that was some of the best voice acting we have had so far in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's. The intensity in that, and her voice acting, and just in that scene in general, with Roman shredding on the guitar, she's summoning the monsters, she brings two aces out, and the whole fact that, sure, she was a spy, and maybe Yuga figured she was a spy. As, by the way, Yuga's intelligence is off the chart. Yuga was like one step ahead of her at every single juncture in this episode. I mean, I really do love Yuga. He's one of the smartest characters in the show. probably the smartest, honestly, with just being able to read people and understand situations in a very mature way, especially for his age. So I definitely gained a lot of respect for Yuga in those interactions with him and Roman. But the whole fact that Roman was basically faking being a bad duelist, which was something that we threw around as an early theory, that she had no interest in dueling, even though there were signs that, okay, she might have some interest. And we basically learned in this episode that Roman is a pretty good duelist, and we saw that on full display in this episode. Roman summoning those 2 aces, her going full, power mode. Another interesting thing that I noticed is Roman didn't remember what was happening. It almost was similar to Yuya's Berserk mode, where when Yuya snapped out of it, it's like he didn't really have much of a memory of what had happened. With Roman, she's in this hangry mode. I guess that's just what we're going to dub it. And while she's in that mode, the second she snaps out of it, she's like, did I win? What happened?
Yeah.
No recollection of it. So that's pretty interesting. The whole sentiment, I know it was done in a comedic way, but the whole sentiment that her cousin and band starved her on purpose and then tormented her by surrounding her with all this delicious food to get her to go insane. It was done in a comedic way, but it's pretty messed up at the same time. I mean, it is pretty effed up. And again, it just makes you really dislike Roa more, which is what the writers are going for. And so going into this duel between Yuga and Roa, I mean, I want Yuga to wipe the floor with this kid, but they've done a really good job with Roa so far, making us dislike him. And ultimately, we've seen it in the past where Rebecca Hawkins beats Yugimoto. Why? Oh, because Yugi surrendered. Oh, Yuzu beats Yuya. Why? Because Yuya forgot how to pendulum summon. We've seen, Emma gets a win against Brave Max. So it's Brave Max. Come on here. So it's so seldom that the girl character gets a big win and kicks ass while doing it. It's happened before. Aki did it a few times in 5Ds, but it's so far and few between that it really is just fun to watch. And that's what this episode was for me. It was a fun episode. I do love Roman, and so maybe that's why I was a little biased towards it. Gakuto, 2 losses early on. I don't really think that it hurts his character that much, but obviously we can talk more about that. But I've been going on here mainly because I haven't given my thoughts in the review yet. I want to know what you guys have thought of not only this episode, but just these past 2 episodes in general.
I guess I'll hop right in. So I thought before seeing this episode, last episode was my favorite. And that was to me, everything about that duel was so cool because it was a kind of a dark, twisted side that we didn't really...
More of a horror side.
That we haven't seen in this show. This is very, I feel lighthearted, more upbeat. The horrors in this show was, Yuga's machine that he built that had the light shining, and they thought it was, Godzilla. That was, the horror that has come in the show.
Yeah.
And I thought that was, a really cool twist on things. And then this episode, I liked it probably just as much as I liked the prior.
Yeah.
And it was great. It was awesome to see that one, it wasn't complete mind control over
Roman. That's what a lot of us were worried about.
Yeah, because
it was straight up brainwashing.
It looked like
it wasn't.
And I mean, in a way, it is him having control over
manipulation.
How she's acting. Yeah, it's more manipulation. Yeah. But when she goes insane and just starts shredding on the guitar and then making all these plays, at one point, I think it was Yuga, he's like, that's a dual disc too. It's not just a guitar. Because she was just shredding. And
great.
I thought that was really cool. And then how you said Yuga's one step ahead of all of them. He already had the food compartment in the dual disc.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
He's
just push the button.
Yeah, he's push the button, she hits it, and it's boom, Snickers bar. And the famous saying,
I know
yourself when you're hungry, have Snickers.
I can't believe they made a Snickers joke in you. Was that on the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's bingo card? Snickers joke?
No, I don't think it was.
That is incredible. That really is. You're not you when you're hungry. Eat a Snickers.
And then
feel better.
And then literally one bite.
And
oh, did I win?
Yeah. I mean, it really is it was pulled out of a Snickers commercial.
Yeah, dude. And then Roa's just looks like she's back to normal. Yeah. Oh well.
The show really is just off the rails nuts at times, man.
Yeah, I love it though.
Yeah. No, the comedy also was solid. I loved when Gakuto was monologuing for Roman. When at the very beginning of this duel, you hear a very high pitched voice. And you're like, that doesn't really sound like Roman. And then you realize it's Gakuto monologuing for Roman. And the whole time, Gakuto is acting like Roman's having such a hard time dueling him. And it's got to be so difficult. And she's just thinking about how hungry she is.
Yeah.
Not actually thinking about,
the duel
which is a
at all
common
whatsoever.
trope, right? When you have to go against your team and, you know, the character of the person that betrayed them is like, oh, it must be hard for them.
Yeah.
But yet she's not. It's not hard for her at all. She's just hungry.
Well, they played on the joke because it was Gakuto doing that, and then Rook went, oh, I guess there is like some side of justice is still in her, and then it cuts to Yuga, and he's like, I'm pretty sure she's just hungry.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's why like Yuga was just very smart in this episode, and there was another great comedic moment where Roman was like, yeah, did you guys really think that I would be caught hanging out with you? Or that I would genuinely be hanging out with you? And Rook was just like, hey, don't talk about Yuga and Gakuto like that.
Yeah.
And Yuga's like, I think she's talking about you. And then when Rook realized that, he was pissed.
He was so mad.
Yeah. So it's just Rook being clueless, but it was funny.
It was
Yeah, Rook didn't really have much of a role in this episode.
Yeah.
Kind of took a back seat, but the dynamic between these four characters, in my opinion, works really well, where you can have a character take more of a backseat, especially after being at the forefront in the last episode dueling Ushiro, and it doesn't feel weird. Like, it didn't feel weird or anything. Ushido,
I was laughing so hard on that, watching that episode.
Nick T and
every time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's your name.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's like 7 times it took him to realize that.
Well, Pete, I want to know your opinion. I do. I want to know your opinion on this last episode and episode 10, because I'm genuinely curious your thoughts on it and your thoughts on Roa and just what's been going on.
Episode 10, I like that kind of, yes, there was comedy with the look behind you, which I thought actually was pretty funny. Like every time I thought it was pretty funny.
And the whole joke of the bassist being like,
and then
forgotten
the
about.
light shines on him at the end and his hair's removed from his face because he knows his name. So I like that kind of stuff. Like those elements here, this episode, the comedic elements really landed for me. I expected it to be a little bit, I guess I was let down in a small way because I wanted to be more serious between like, wow, she just betrayed us. And it was more like her just concerned about being hungry. And then the guys so quickly, especially Yuga, and I guess that speaks to his intelligence of like, he knew that, oh, you're getting blackmailed.
Yeah.
He's blackmailing you, right?
He knew it.
And then tricked her into saying...
Into admitting it.
That,
I like that a lot.
he does have something on me.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
And so, I guess it sets up kind of like a hero-friend complex for him in the next couple episodes because he wants to free her. But, I don't know, I guess I wish they delved a little bit more into maybe for a few episodes of like them thinking like, wow, I can't believe Roman backstabbed us.
Yeah.
And so that was a little bit of a letdown. I guess since people have been asking... I've seen in Discord and on Twitter how I feel about Roa. I love Roa.
Oh wow! Okay. I knew you were nervous about Roa.
Yeah, I was,
because you were like, I really hope Roa lands for me.
Yeah, I was afraid that he was going to be like a joke character. Now, yes, they could still make like a mockery of him going on in the show, but for me, even though he's a piece of shit. I mean, he is a piece of shit.
Oh yeah,
he absolutely is.
I think it fits the tone of this show where like he's not like some extremely like serious character that you would get as a villain in Reigns, let's say, right? But it fits the tone of the show where like I didn't expect him to be physically abusive last episode. And to me right now at this moment, that's the darkest moment through these first 11 episodes is him grabbing Roman by the arm and throwing her against the glass. And it's like, yeah, you're going to do what I say.
Yeah.
That was a little like, I don't know if a cultural shock is the right word, but like it was a shock to me of like, okay, like what is going on here? Yeah. Like we're taking like a 180 shift of what just happened.
I want to pause you right there. I actually want to bring you in on this because I talked to you and you said you weren't surprised at the assault and you kind of expected it. Me and Nick T were both very surprised. Were you surprised at that moment?
Yes and no, I guess.
Yeah.
I think in this show more than others I would be surprised. Like I'm surprised, yes, because I think it's a darker element that you would have. Like if it was something in Reigns, and it was something physical like that, and it was with Aoi. In that show, I would not have been surprised at all. Yeah. Just because of the way that show was, I would not have been surprised at all. But I think the more surprising part of it for me was like that they're so young, so I wouldn't expect that kind of assault, as you call it,
right?
Because like at that point, it's like he like grabbed her and like you said, like pushed her in the wall, and it's like these are like kids, like like when you really look at it, unless he's like significantly older than her, like say he's like 16 and they're like 10, right? Okay, then maybe it's like all right. He knows what he's doing. Like, he knows, like, the kind of stuff that he's doing isn't right, and he does it anyway because he has blackmail or whatever. Right. But it shocked me, but, more in the way of, like, that they're that young and, like, they're related, and it's just, like, I don't know.
It just, up until that point, it's felt, and it is a very more on the innocent side show, and then you get a moment like that, and you're like, whoa, that just seems...
And, like, I guess I didn't expect him to be like, oh, like, he's a good guy. I mean, you knew he was not going to be a good guy, but I expected it more to be just the blackmail
just
angle,
verbal.
Right? And just, like him maybe shouting at her or something like that. Mm-hmm. To, like, his scene, the first time we really see them in a scene together, to, like, nothing was provoked. It's not like she said, hey, I'm not going to do this anymore. He just did it to be like, to establish dominance almost of like, I'm going to put fear into you and you're going to do this or I'm going to reveal your secret. Mm-hmm. And that for me was, I was like, damn, I didn't expect we go there in this show. Mm-hmm. Reigns, not shocking, right? We seen Aui's face get bounced off the pavement. But like in this show, I was just like, oh, okay, damn. I was like, we took it to like another level here. So
yeah, it surprised me. So Kate, so you like Roa a lot, which is good, and obviously we're gonna learn more about Roa in this next episode. And obviously our picks for Yuga versus Roa are coming up. Standings right now: Pete is 10-1, me and Nick T are 9-2, Calibro is 8-3, Kate is 7-4. Make sure you get your pick for Yuga versus Roa down below. Email it in. I think we have a few people who are still perfect. I haven't updated it from the last duel. But you have up until Friday afternoon to get your pick in. So if you want to wait to hear what we have to say, that's perfectly fine. What did you think about these last two episodes?
I liked them a lot. I liked the comedic thing of the turnaround and the
yeah.
But Roa as a character, I'm like on both sides where I like him and well, let me rephrase that. I like that we have that type of character in the show now to give that kind of like balance of, okay, it's the four kids, they're having fun all the time and it's like this joke show, and now we have the serious character. And so with that aspect I like it, but him just as a character and as a person, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He really is.
Well, no, I agree with you. Yeah, and I think that's always the good sign of a well-written villain.
Yes.
Early on. Very early
on.
That,
yes.
And so, when you're writing an evil character, I think your goal is make people hate this character.
Mm-hmm.
That should always be your goal when you're writing a villain.
Yes,
Make people hate this character.
He reminds me a lot of like, I don't know, like it's not Revolver because I feel like Revolver had like a sense of honor to him, especially in the last two seasons.
Yeah.
But more in that way of like his bandmates clearly are like, yeah, I'm on board for this. Like that one guy did exactly what he wanted. He enjoyed it.
Well, he seems very manipulative.
And so he seems like he could be a very like, I don't know, just charismatic leader where people just gravitate towards his speech and what he says. Yeah. And like a Calibro.
Yeah.
I was going to say like a Dylan.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
And so I do like that aspect of where that whole assault scene with Roman was in an apartment, right? So nobody knows that level of it. If anyone from the outside could be like, okay, so like you played an innocent prank on her and like there was food around. Like he could play that off of like, oh, the food happened to be there and oh man, you didn't have anything in your dressing room. Ah, that sucks. Yeah. Like all those things he could play off that he didn't actually do them, right? So to the crowd, to all these millions of girls that love him out there, he just like, yeah, he's a great guy, stand up for the community, but behind the scenes, he really isn't.
Yeah, I know. It's that facade that I feel like a lot of people in the spotlight. There are obviously very good-hearted celebrities and singers and stuff, but not everyone is. Not everyone who's famous is a good person. And there's a good majority of people who are not good people that are famous, but you'll never know that because you only see how good of an actor they are, or how good of a singer they are, or how good of a, host they are.
I always think it's another level, right? Like you could be a celebrity and you have all this power, all these resources, and then you don't do anything with them, right? So you could see that as a bad person, right? Like it's like, wow, you just care about yourself and your family. It's another level to be like, hey, I have all this resources and power, and I am actively going to choose a different route that manipulates people. And so that, I feel, is even like a degree higher of like, okay, wow, you really are a piece of shit. Like, you are going out of your way to make people's lives worse.
Yeah, for your own gains.
Yeah.
And the gains here is just to gain popularity through rush dueling, if you feel it's as simple as that. I don't think it's as simple as that.
There's more.
Because when they and I think Nick T made a good point. A lot of you guys actually made a great point with this. When they unveiled the seven sculptures, or the seven ruins that were in.
One of them.
Yeah, well, Roa literally, that's when he said, when he got those pictures, I guess it's time for the show to begin. He was waiting for that to be uncovered.
Yeah.
And that gets uncovered, and they start giving dialogue about those ruins at the beginning of episode 10, which is also the beginning of this mini arc where Roa steps in. Roa knows a lot more about this situation, and Nick T also made a good point, and you guys did too. When Roman is whispering that story to Rook, she's whispering the story of the King of Duelists, and that's how Rook and Yuga end up finding the hologram man space, or that's how Rook found it and then showed it to Yuga. This is Nick T believes this is true. I think a few people do as well. Do you believe that that Roa planted that story in Rook's head on purpose, knowing Rook would explore it, knowing he'd get Yuga involved, thus setting this whole thing off? That's what Nick T believes.
In some way, yes, because I think Roa is after the same thing. He wants to be the king of duelists. However, look at how much attention Yuga and Rook have gotten from Goha, right? Roa doesn't want Goha's ire, right? So he goes, well, I'll just set everything in motion. I'll have them get thrown under the bus. In the meantime, they'll uncover all the secrets that I need to become this thing I want to become, and I'll just step in and take it, because no one knows I'm doing any of this. I'm just a vocalist, right?
Yeah.
I'm just in a popular, elementary school band. That's all I am.
He's
and so I think that's what he's doing.
He's a POS. Yeah, I like that theory a lot. Yeah.
It was a good 2 episodes. It really was.
It was.
I know.
I enjoyed
My
it a lot too.
my favorite back-to-back episodes, definitely so
Yeah.
far. This past episode probably being my favorite, just because I loved that whole Roman intensity scene.
Yeah.
The reason for it, all right, it was a little, comedic, but at the end of the day, that's the thing. I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's, even in its most serious moments, is going to be a straight-up serious show. It is always going to have comedy at the forefront.
Yeah,
and
probably.
I've been enjoying that, but it's maybe I'll feel differently after Yuga versus Roa. Maybe I'll be like, wow, there was like a 5-minute stretch where there was no comedy, and it was like pretty intense. And we could get that. I would like that balance as well, but I do think comedy is always going to be the focal and forefront element of this series. And I don't have a reason to think otherwise right now.
No, I got to bring up a point, though, that I kind of want the panel's opinion on. That
Yeah, of course.
Might break your heart. Do you, because I don't know, I'm kind of back and forth on this, do you kind of consider this an outright Roman win? Because, like, for me, I'm kind of in that mode where, like, even though she was, I guess, hangry, right, and it wasn't technically brainwashing, it was kind of brainwashing. Because it was kind of Roa's doing. And so is this version show of brainwashing because they don't want to go that serious? So it's like, if she didn't even remember she won. So to me, it's like, did she really win? Because, like, what if Roa was confident enough in her dueling skills, if he honed them right as he said, why did he need to do all this to get her to an extra level to beat Gakuto, who's good, but he's not Yuga, he's not Rook? And so is it kind of like, this is kind of a tainted win, that it's not, she didn't really win, it was kind of Roa's doing.
To me, it's not at all. I know,
for me, it kind of taints it for me.
That's fair. I completely disagree with you on that.
Yeah,
though.
I figured you would.
And I just think that it's still her dueling. It's not someone dueling through her, or it's not someone controlling her like we saw when, Rin beat Yuga, when the doctor was controlling Rin. It's still her actions, and even though she gets to an intensity level, that was in Arc 5, she gets to an intensity level where she might not remember it afterwards, she's still conscious, she's still in control of her actions in that moment. Yeah. And I just think it's from a perspective where Roa, why take the chance? If you know Roman gets this way, I'm sure he felt Roman could beat Gakuto regularly anyway, but why take the chance? She's dueling someone that she might have her emotions swayed because she's dueling a group that she's been with the last few weeks and that she's gotten very close with. And Roa also has to know that Roman has to have a level of disdain towards him for what he's putting her through. So for Roa, he's just cleaning up his ends. I don't think it has anything to do with him not believing that Roman could beat Gakuto in a regular setting.
I feel like he doesn't believe in her at all.
I think it's more him just not wanting to take the risk of her betraying him or her losing on purpose, so Roa's plans completely fall apart.
I mean, yes. I mean,
why take the risk?
Yeah, covering your own ass is a good idea. But I just see it more as like if you're in a fight with someone, right? And like it's a literal physical fight. And right beforehand, I'm the coach, and I go, hey, by the way, this guy killed your mom. And so now you're extremely pissed off, and I changed the emotional aspect of the fighter I just had. Yeah, they technically went out there and won, but I added to that. I gave them that emotional edge over their opponent. I feel like that's what he did here. But
in that scenario,
I influenced it, just like Roa influenced her.
But in that scenario, they're pulling it from inside of them. They're pulling that extra strength from inside of them because now they realize their opponent killed their mother.
But in this scenario, like as opposed to my example, in this actual episode, she doesn't even remember what happened. And so doesn't that add a little bit to you of like, how is this an earned win when she literally doesn't remember that she even won? She'll have to watch someone who recorded at the concert go, oh yeah, wow, I did pretty good. She doesn't even remember that.
I understand what you're saying, but to me, it doesn't really taint it that much because it's still her in control of her actions. It'd be different if it was Roa controlling her actions and thoughts, which we've seen before in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Let me ask you this then.
Yeah, sure.
So if it's not controlling the actions and she doesn't remember it, if she needed to do this again, right, goes against Gakuto again, can she replicate any of these moves? She doesn't remember what move she did.
I'm sure she could. Just because she doesn't remember it doesn't mean she can't repeat it in her normal sense.
I don't know.
It's not that I don't think she needed to go into that mode to be able to play off these combos. I mean, we already know as a viewer that Roman is a good duelist and a much better duelist than we thought of. Well, unless you don't believe Roa's words.
I mean, like...
But she had a full deck that she was hiding from Yuga and his friends.
You can't believe anything Roa said.
I agree with you there.
And so the last time we seen them in episode 3, she lost.
But she lost using Yuga's loner deck.
And to have the facade that she didn't know how to duel.
Which is completely fair point.
She clearly has her own deck. She has her own
advantage here. It's like I took steroids before I went out and played the baseball game.
No.
You got an up over my opponent.
But you know what? You can't use that logic because in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists get influenced by outside things all the time. Yusei gets influenced by his friends every time he duels. And that's how he's able to...
That's different than having your eyes turn red and not remembering what happened.
I don't know.
Just saying.
I don't know.
I just wanted to bring that up.
Well, what do you think?
I was going to let you guys finish.
That's good. I'm always down for a good debate.
I personally think that it's 100% a Roman win.
Do you think it's a clean win?
And I say this not because I want to side with Dylan.
It's a lady.
But because I think, yes, in the sense that it wasn't her normal state of mind that she won in, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're in a fight and your coach tells you that your opponent killed your mom and you go out there and beat the crap out of him, did your coach win the fight?
No, but he influenced
it. Did he win it though?
No.
But at the end of the day,
I won the fight.
Exactly. Like,
so I did it. Even if you said that and they were a better fighter than me, they can still knock the lights out of me and I could still lose.
That's 100% true. I just feel like when you have that emotional edge over your opponent, it's kind of, especially that Gakuto had no idea he was going to go against her. He wasn't prepared for this. They've never seen her legitimate death.
She definitely, and that's why I think Gakuto is fine. I don't think this hurts Gakuto's character that much.
No, not at all. I view Gakuto as Nick T in this.
Yeah, I can view him as Nick T. He's likable guy, but he's really never going to do much.
Yeah, and like he's always there for.
In the sense of dueling.
I was going to say, like, he's always there for you. He's always busy doing something, you know. I feel like he would be very extra with his costume.
Right.
Like, that feels like
Nick T. Of course, yeah.
Sorry, Nick T's not going to watch this anyway.
No, Nick T doesn't watch it.
You can always guarantee him to miss a couple.
Yikes.
Like, you know, that's why.
Right.
I was going to say something. I have no idea what it was. Damn it, Dylan.
I meant in the sense of winning duels.
No, I remember what it was.
I see what you're saying, by the way. I don't fully disagree with you.
And there's a couple people that agree with me. There's a lot of people that don't. I think guys and that's fully okay to disagree with me. I just wanted to bring up the point. I also think you guys are being a little biased because you want a Yugioh girl to so desperately have a win since Arc 5. So you're so desperate and quick to give this to her. I'm just saying, if it turns around 20 episodes from now, Roman faces someone straight up one-on-one and gets annihilated, I'm going to be back. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and that's fair. And that's fair. You know what? I'll say that right now. If Roman versus someone one-on-one and gets annihilated and clearly is an incompetent duelist, then we will rewind back to this, and I will say live on stream in front of these great, amazing people, Pete, you were right.
Yeah.
You were right.
So I just want to bring up a point.
I have another Marvel parallel to bring to this.
Okay, bring it.
Roman is the Hulk. Her secret is she's always hungry.
Right, is the Hulk cheating?
The Hulk's always angry. Roman's always hungry.
So that's how you... All right, I can see that.
And she becomes...
Now we're talking Pete's language.
She becomes the beast. And if the Hulk gets a kill, is Bruce Banner not part of that? He's got to get angry to be the Hulk. She's got to get hungry to be Roman Hulk.
I agree with you fully on one thing, though. We, as Yu-Gi-Oh fans, are extremely desperate.
That's what I'm saying.
For a Yu-Gi-Oh
and there's a lot of people calling me out down here, telling me to get over myself. That's fine. I just want to bring up that point. So if you guys want to be butthurt about it, that's okay.
Are people butthurt?
Yeah, there'll be a couple people.
I don't know. I've actually seen a lot of people in the chat siding with
I'm just
Pete.
saying.
And a couple people even said, "Yeah, we're biased, but we still want Roman
and the
to
Hulk
win."
thing you could say is it adds also into my point as well. Is Bruce never remembers what the Hulk does, and Hulk never remembers what Bruce does.
Yep.
So
a lot of times they don't know that they're one or the other.
Right.
Yeah.
So, hey, well, we'll see. It's only her second duel. We'll see what happens. Maybe Yuga, frees her from Roa's clutches, and then she's the greatest duelist ever. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, it is a fair. I think it's a fair counterpoint to bring up, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think when you see an image with the red eyes thing, and I understand it's a joke show, but
it is cliche with brainwashing. No, I get it.
Especially, of course, it had to be the girl character, right?
Right.
Right. We seen Rook a few episodes ago. He was extremely thirsty, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you had Mimi's son blocking the vending machine. We didn't see him go into some ballistic rage because he couldn't drink anything.
It's true.
That's fair.
So.
But Rook's power, remember, he can disrupt magnetic fields. Maybe Roman's power is that she just starves herself and she becomes this amazing duelist.
We might not want to go into that.
But hold on. No. No, I do want to touch on that.
Model.
I do want to touch on that. If it's revealed that Roman lets herself get hungry and then becomes an amazing duelist via some power she has, does that take away from her character for you?
No. Then I go, okay, cool, that's your power.
That's
right? Awesome. Yeah. But to me...
So your problem is that Roa forced
It's Roa.
It
it's Roa being the puppet master.
Yeah,
and in this situation, he clearly not only... he orchestrated the entire thing. To know this means that he's seen her not only be hungry to this point, but also duel. So to me, that thinks he's done this before. He seems like the type of guy that he just sees everyone as tools. And he could just go... I'm going to do this and see how they react. This might be beneficial to me in the future. So at some point, maybe he starved poor Roman. She dueled and she kind of goes into kind of like a Hulk berserker mode. That might be useful later.
Right.
And so he had that in his back pocket for this moment.
Mm-hmm. I see what you're saying.
And I know my only comparison in Yu-Gi-Oh shows of a full show that I watched is Vrains.
Of course.
But it kind of reminds me of the Lost Incident where the kids were just the tools in the experiment to make to make all the AI, so they were just okay, go in there and duel.
Yeah.
And keep going.
Yeah.
And different people react different ways.
Yeah.
And that the way Roman react to being starved while dueling is getting enraged and all of a sudden figuring every little thing out that's possible in order to win.
Absolutely. Well, listen, I'm actually excited to hear what people are saying, and we will. I definitely always go back and read the comments. I never watch it live, but yeah, I think it's a good point. We don't have many debates, so it's a good. Whenever you have a point like that,
It was just something I was thinking about.
No, and if you feel that way, you feel that way.
So.
No, it's a good thing to bring up. And I understand where you are coming from, even though I don't fully agree with you. But that is also how.
And that's the beauty of this.
Absolutely, and I think as adults, that's how you have a debate with someone you don't agree with.
Yeah.
Not yelling online, not yelling behind a Twitter reg. Anyway.
Yeah.
It's a good point to bring up. Do we have some donations?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
I think Goose donated through.
Yes, I'm gonna check on my end.
Streamlabs because it came up here, but I didn't see it.
Yeah,
there,
was that the only one you saw?
The only one that I caught. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will check it, and thank you, Goose. Thank you. We're gonna read some donations. We're gonna talk with you guys some donos, and then we are gonna have to make our picks on Yuga versus Roa.
We don't have to.
We have to. We have to.
No,
I know.
I'll do it off camera.
Can't we have
Nick
until
T-
Friday like everyone else?
Nick T has sent in his pick.
I know my pick.
Okay.
Yeah, but Nick T's irrelevant. He doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Nick T doesn't even know what we're streaming.
Okay. Probably not. We'll take some donations.
Okay, first dono is from Melinda Phantom.
Thank you, Melinda.
I feel like it's been a while since I've read a donation from her. So
Yeah.
that's exciting.
I know.
She said, check the memes in the server later.
Oh God, I definitely will, Melinda. Thank you very
much.
much.
You guys do this time.
Thank you.
Yikes. Captain Rex donated $2. Said hashtag Roman Empire, hashtag Dylan Universe, hashtag Dill the best.
I liked all those hashtags. Thank you very much, Captain
That
Rex.
kind of fits the Caliber's point here. You might be the charismatic kind of devil-like villain leader right now with that kind of
Dylan's
stuff.
Universe.
Yeah.
He's got a good point.
Thank you, Captain Rex,
Yep.
for the
He
donation.
denies it because he knows it's true, so he wants to move on.
Yeah, exactly.
If you deny it, you supply it. You know what
TNX Rail donated $2.
Thank you, TNX.
And just said Roman Chan.
Roman Chan. Thank you, TNX.
Yes. Oh, yeah, we never talked about how funny Kaizo was in this episode.
Kaizo
Oh my
was
god,
good.
He
Kaizo was
literally,
great.
I will give him credit, he's a simp to the end.
He
Oh,
is a
yes.
simp to the end.
Didn't
Even,
matter
they were like,
what side.
even
he's on.
when they're
Went right over there.
when they're betraying.
Yeah.
Even when the girls are
Yeah.
betraying. Also, the ramen kid coming in. I was not expecting
And
that.
2 extra people.
The ramen kid came in, and the sushi waifu. That's what everyone's calling her.
Yeah.
Sushi
Oh,
wa-
Lord.
I agree with that.
The ramen
I
waifu.
say
I
sushi
actually
waifu.
loved her character
Sushi
design.
waifu.
She was great. I really hope we see more of her.
Don't
She
roll
was
your
awesome.
own sushi. Let her roll it for you.
Yeah.
Just look at what she
Literally.
said.
I know. That's a little innuendos going on
Oh
there.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh jeez, I didn't even catch
Can
that.
I also bring up the point over these last couple episodes that, like, what is really Mimi's purpose in these last few episodes? Like, I know she's there, like, to comment, but I, like, feel like she's adding almost nothing.
Everything this show does for a reason. Did you watch the preview for episode 12?
Never do.
So it was about a 5-second preview, and in the preview, Roa is smiling, and Mimi is in her Goha uniform on stage on the phone. So I believe that she is calling into Goha, and she's the one that is confirming that Seven's Word Magician is not a legal card.
Okay.
So I think she is going to have a major role
So
to
I
play,
clicked. All right,
and she's
fair
going to be
enough.
siding with Roa for whatever reason. So we'll let those theories. I'm sure some people watched the preview though of 12, very short preview.
Still makes me uncomfortable that a 37-year-old woman finds what we presume a 12-year-old attractive.
Yeah,
that
with
really
hard
makes me
eyes.
uncomfortable.
Arc 5 did it too.
And I know
Arc
some
5 did
people
it
are going to
too.
be like, oh, she's just like, she loves his music. BS.
No.
Because if
Yeah.
you equate her with the rest of those girls who are clearly in love with Roa,
Well, what if
Weird.
it's just
Weird.
her playing that role as the?
no one knows she's up there, man. No one knows she's up there. She came here on her own validity.
Yep.
It's weird.
I have to see how old this character was in Arc 5, because it's not the first time Yu-Gi-Oh's done that. Yuya's mom was in love with this chef dude in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, and he couldn't have been older than 15. I don't know if we even have his age, Michio.
What happens in anime sometimes?
Yeah, we don't have his age, but he could not have been older than 14. So it's not the first time Yu-Gi-Oh! Has done it.
He could not have been.
With moms just being in love with the younger guys.
I agree. Hello, FBI? Yes, I agree.
But yeah, thank you, TNX. Appreciate it.
Jump back. What is going on?
Somebody commented earlier, and I think it was Jarrett, and said, who is yelling upstairs? It's like, it's just the TV.
They're watching
Yeah.
the final episode of Dark, that show Dark.
Okay.
Never seen it.
Yeah, I don't know it.
I think it's a Netflix original
Yeah,
series.
we're gonna get copyright struck because they're gonna hear the music.
You
Could
know,
you imagine?
That would suck.
Could you imagine?
That would be amazing
Wow.
and awful at the same time.
That would be.
I would sum up YouTube.
Be like, hey guys, I know I can't reach you guys on YouTube anymore. I'm hitting you up through Discord. The channel's been banned. We got 3 copyright strikes.
In a minute. Yeah.
From
Nice.
Netflix.
Next dono is from Church of Flapple. They needed $10.
Thank you. Oh, $10. Thank you so much, Church. That is a very kind donation. Thank you.
Said, dude, you didn't believe me last time I said we weren't taking over the world. So you know what? We will take over the world. Subscribe to Dylan now or repent. In all seriousness, this episode was great.
Yeah, I like the church. My favorite episode so far.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's good.
Could be beaten by the next two. Well, what's yours still?
I know, it's tough.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that Roman first episode.
Me too.
I really like that episode.
Yeah.
And then I really did enjoy last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to think about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I like the darkness of the last episode.
Church, thank you for the donation. Yeah, we have a big pick coming up, Yuga versus Roa. That's going to be exciting. I'm excited to just talk about it with everyone in the chat as well. Make sure you send your picks in.
I just know whatever I pick 2 weeks from now, I'm just going to be crying here on stream. because I'm wrong. I just know it's going to happen.
I feel like whatever I pick is going to be wrong.
He didn't make it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel like there's a 33% chance for either one for all the results. I just feel like I'm going to be wrong no matter what I pick.
Yeah,
like, I feel like I have a 10% chance.
It's just a part of me that goes, it's going to be so straightforward, don't overthink it. And then there's another part of me like, this is the perfect time to do something we're not expecting.
Yeah.
I'm the exact same way in my head right now. I really don't know.
We'll figure it out.
I see a 50-40-10 split on the 3 options, but I won't tell you which one.
Okay.
Okay.
Next dono is from Nicholas Horton, donated £5.
Thank you so much, Nicholas. Thank you, dude. So he's got a
said-
lot of good things to say.
Said the Yuga versus Roa duel will be interesting, especially the outcome.
Absolutely. And we're going to have right after, we're going to read probably 2 or 3 more donations. Thank you guys so much. And then we're going to have a solid 20-25 minute debate on,
Don't make me do it.
we're going to make our official picks, and
And then when we all pick the same person, we're going to start laughing.
we could. I mean, that could end up happening.
Me and you will say it at the same time and both pick the same thing again.
So definitely stick around for that, Nicholas. Thank you for the donation, man.
Yeah. And whenever Applebee's opens back up, you'll see me and Dylan inside with our varsity jackets on.
Go sit outside.
That's even better.
Well, it's too hot to wear a varsity
That's
jacket
true.
outside.
All right, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
So,
We're almost at winter.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're getting there.
Brian Ford donated $5.
Thank you, Brian.
Said, can we talk about how Roa basically starved his cousin in order for her to win a card game?
Yeah.
Like, it was played for laughs, but that's pretty effed up.
Well, that's exactly what. And Brian, thank you for the donation. Great point to make out. I had said that a little earlier in the discussion, where Sevens does a lot of things where comedy is the main focal point. And it's something that, you know, if you're a younger kid, if you're a newer player to the game, which is obviously their main demographic target market, you're not really going to think about it too much. Like, haha, oh, that was funny. Roman went crazy.
Yeah.
You know, she was thinking of it. She imagined Gakuto's head as a ramen bowl. Like, haha, that's funny. But for people like us, and I feel like a lot of younger shows will do this, there's always that deeper message a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like Sevens has done that on a few different occasions where if you look at things past the comedic elements and take them for what they're worth,
Yep.
it's pretty messed up, some of the stuff that they've done early on.
Dark
But
undertones.
dark undertones. It just comes off in that very comedic, in your face light. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just also kids just wouldn't pick up on a lot of that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
I think it was the Ramen Kid episode when you go to the different parts of town of like where the guy's ramen shop was, and it was clearly in kind of just a lower income area of town. Everything was tin shacks, and like you see that Goha has definitely forced all those people into there as they have all that modern, you know, new restaurants with robots over there, like. So you see all that stuff. That
even
kids are not
the
gonna see.
class disparity. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why these shows are sometimes very interesting for that reason, to kind of look for things like that. Look beyond the comedy almost, which you know you're always going to get here on Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything. So you ever want over-analysis on this show, you come right here.
We're here for that.
That's my train ticket. Thank you, Brian, so much. I appreciate it. Train ticket. I couldn't let that one go. What the fuck does that even mean? Why did I say that?
That's my train ticket.
That's my train ticket.
I like when you call yourself out.
I don't even take the train. I mean, what?
I laughed, thought about it, and then you said that right away. I was like, you didn't even give me a chance.
Brian, thank you, man. Thank you. We'll take 2 more, and I really just want to get to our picks for you.
But I'm not ready for that yet, and I'm in charge of donations, so...
All right, so we'll take 2 more trips to the train station.
Let's get to the bottom of the page that I'm on.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Wow.
I mean, I know everyone wants to talk Yuga Roa, so I'm itching to do it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not.
Itching.
I do just want to call out a comment real quick. Mr. Yoku said Mimi spaghetti is better than anything they sell at Applebee's.
He's
Probably true.
probably right.
It's probably a homemade recipe and everything.
Yeah.
Beautiful homemade sauce.
Mama's spaghetti.
Shadow said if she's 37, I'm 37.
Well, if you're of legal age, you're good. It's more the question of Roa is not of legal age.
Next donation.
Next donation. TNX Rail donated another £2. Said funds for the glorious Roman Empire.
Yes, thank you, TNX Rail.
Build the
Speaking
empire.
of Roman Empire, within this time next week,
Oh, he's saying it. He's doing it.
the merch shop should be live. The merch shop should be live. And you can get your very own Roman #Roman Empire shirts right here on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything merch shop. Should be live within the next week.
Davis clipped that, and then next week when we don't have the merch shop, and he says, "Sorry, it's coming next week." Put the two together.
Yeah, and then you got to put some kind of meme like a Yu-Gi-Oh video in there, like the protagonist losing.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be something like
Yep.
that.
Thank you, TNX.
Anyway, Gavin Rex donated another $2. Said Jump Festa highlight hypes this week.
Yes, not this week, but definitely next week. Definitely next week. So that's another thing.
People asking for
Within the next 10 days, Jump Festa highlights will
I
be
asked
out.
him about that the other day too. I was like,
Did you end up finishing it or
I
no?
did, yes. Yeah, I watched that. We'll talk about it
Long
later.
video. That's gonna be a fun video, dude. That is
When
such
Kate
a
says
fun-
talk about it later, she's gonna roast me off the stream
Yeah,
for how bad it was.
basically. But I always do.
Thank you, Captain Rex. Yuga versus Roa is next.
Coming up.
Just a few more
Do
donations.
you have your pick right now? Because I'm still like in my mind right now.
I think I have my pick.
I've had my pick since last Thursday.
That's
Damn, so you're
pathetic.
just
What was that?
Whoa.
What did you say?
that was our Yugioh Sevens.
pathetic.
Everything was good, and we just had that one moment
He
where it
just
just
called-
went up a notch.
He just called me pathetic?
Yeah, right on stream.
You
Hashtag
know what?
Caliber
You know what?
pathetic.
No. I didn't mean the word
Hashtag
pathetic, but that's
Dylan
very
the villain.
irresponsible.
Hashtag
Because you
Dylan the
you
villain.
should never be, and this is why you picked Yugioh. You should never be making your
That's
pick.
what you did.
Yeah, you should never be making your pick. You should never be making your pick
I should never be making my pick.
until after you watch the most recent episode.
Dylan, did you not realize I was kidding?
Oh, okay.
And then sometimes I don't know if you should be making your pick in general. Jeez.
I actually bought a
The mindset, it's just a game.
I know. I do. Well, I bought a fish, and I put both of the people's names on each
Oh,
side
I
of the
thought you were
fish bowl,
serious.
and I drop food in both sides at the same time, and whichever side it goes to, that's who I pick.
I really didn't know where you were going with
So
that.
8 and 3, I think is pretty good.
So you're gonna say that the fish tells you, like.
Yeah, I was like, where is he going with this?
You think I was gonna
I
fight
very
fish?
lost.
I thought maybe it was like two Japanese fighting fish. They both
And then-
have like.
yeah,
And I
then
named
whoever-
them,
and I was like,
whoever-
Cal, that's like animal abuse.
No, I
Yeah,
would never do
whoever
that.
wins,
No.
that's who you pick.
No, Dylan got in trouble with that last time he tried. So
Next donation.
Next donation, I feel like this is perfect timing for this. Goose donated $2 and said sending positive vibes and kindness to everyone.
Goose, we need that right now.
Yes.
Panel's been a little feisty.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Goose. Thank you, dude. And I will also read your donation via Streamlabs. Thank you for that.
Do you want to know why we're all feisty? Because Dylan starved us.
Yes.
So that we
So we would
performed
be our
better.
best selves.
Yes, be our best
Yeah.
selves.
he offered us giant rats. It was the only thing we were allowed to have.
So I'm starving right now.
God, I'm always looking for that card.
So
like, is it over there?
TGS Anime, who is this great YouTuber, Yu-Gi-Oh based YouTuber, TGS Anime, great guy. I'm sure most of you are familiar with him. He did a video where he wanted to see if Mai's perfume trick, it's one of my favorite videos,
I seen
would
that.
actually work.
Yeah.
A great idea. What if I do a video? Does not eating for a week make you a better Yu-Gi-Oh player? And so then I don't eat for a week.
Yeah,
and
but-
like then you go on Duel Links and see if you're better. Well, let me tell you right there for the fans, you're gonna be way worse because when Dylan doesn't have a little bit of sugar, he's like done for the day.
Yeah.
So
He
you're
does
absolutely
not
Does
function.
does being hangry make you a better duelist?
Maybe
That's
you
my
should-
theory.
maybe you
I'm
should
like
just
the
test
poor,
it
I'm
out
like the
after
poor
10
man's
hours.
TGS Anime. TGS Anime does this great video, and I'm
No, I feel like TGS Anime is doing something that's like a great video, but it's also like safe. And I feel like you're taking it in like the way of like, can I kill myself maybe this week by not eating? Like maybe, I don't know, for the views.
But if I make it, will I be a good duelist?
right. First of all, I'm not a good duelist as is, so there's no way to measure that. We'd have to get someone who plays the meta very
There's
successfully.
a lot of flaws in this play.
Yeah, well, I'll figure it out. That's a work in
Yes,
progress.
one of them being then you have to VC because your excuse is always that you're eating dinner. So if you're not eating for a week.
Yeah, you're
Damn.
right.
You
Yeah,
get
then
called
I
out
then I
there.
yeah I can't do that. Yeah, I have to keep eating. Yeah, I can't do that.
Wow.
Next donation.
Next is $25
Thank you, Nicholas.
Said the fate of Roman after the next 2 episodes is still up in the air.
So great point there, Nicholas. Thank you for the donation. We will get to all of the other ones. You guys are incredible. So thank you so much so far. You guys are all amazing. It's a great point. Roman might go with Roa after these next 2 episodes, and she might be gone from the show for a little bit.
Also,
right? I mean, I think that's a very high possibility.
But there's also the point that maybe her secret is revealed, and Yuga and Rook and Gakuto don't want her to be with them anymore.
I think
so. It's not her going with them.
Roa,
or
it's
them
that she can't
rejecting
sing.
it.
It's definitely
it's
that
the
she
secret's
can't
gonna be
sing.
something ridiculous. That's not even a big deal, but it's really meaningful to her. Probably not singing, and they're gonna be like, okay, and
right? We knew
like
that.
who cares?
Yeah.
Like you're still our friend.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
it's gonna be something where like Rook and
or it'd be like she
Gakuto-
killed her mom. You know.
I mean, probably not, but
on a more realistic
Could you
level,
imagine?
it could be something that makes Rook and Gakuto uncomfortable for her to be their friend, and then Yuga goes, "No, it's okay,"
I think it's 2
because
possibilities.
of how the way he is.
Yeah.
It's a comedic kind of route if she can't sing, or it's one of her parents, someone related to her, works for Goa. I think it's one of those 2.
Yeah, that's another
Mimi's
option.
her
And so Ro was like, you really want people to know that you're related to someone that works for them?
Yeah.
And everybody
Yeah.
doesn't like them, and like...
Maybe you
it could
should
be
tell them
something
your
like
real last name, Goha.
Roman
that. And then it cuts to just Mr. Goha just laughing.
Roman Goha. I fucking- Okay, so thank you guys so far for the donations. We are going to get into our pick versus Yuga versus Roa. If someone donates via the link, which again that helps me out a little more than through super chats because of YouTube being a little greedy. So I have to see it though.
Say how you really feel.
So
Say it live on YouTube. Why not?
So Goose, thank you for the $5 donation through Streamlabs. What you show isn't always what others see. We got that from Roa in this episode. Roman was given Inception by Roa, influencing her focus and intent to win. Think of it like Roman getting blackout drunk and winning the duel, waking up from the blackout, and then it gets cut off.
She do.
She do.
That's my point.
I imagine it probably just says she doesn't
That kind of
remember.
agrees a little bit with what I said, right?
Yeah.
That she won, but how much credit can we give?
If you get blackout drunk and you have a night of
No
fun
recollection.
with a lady friend,
right, something
did
you would have never done normally. You would have never had the courage to do it.
Did you have a night of fun with that lady?
You
friend?
did, but you were influenced by something.
Of course, but we're all influenced by things.
I was going to
Life
mention the blackout drunk scenario.
Yeah.
Well, because you have
No, and that is why I didn't. Because
Yeah.
I knew if I had said that...
And everyone says Cal's weekend,
Yeah.
Cal's normal night.
So if I had said, well, what if it was like someone was blackout drunk and they didn't remember and something happened, but I knew right away you were going to give something like that. Like, oh, well, you know, Cal, it's you every Thursday night. And I'd be
Is
like,
that how I would have said it? Oh, that's you every Thursday night.
yes, actually.
Okay, well, listen. I am going to read the episode 12 cast list. So we are now getting into our prediction point of this duel. And this is, again, for those of you joining late, this is going to be our...
That hashtag.
This is going to be our first 2-episode duel in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s thus far. So it will go episode 12, episode 13. Here is the summary for episode 12 before we make our formal predictions. Episode 12. Gakuto didn't win the second duel, so now Yuga has to face Roa in a duel in order to decide who has ownership over rush dueling. As it turns out, there's a possibility that Yuga's Sevens Road Magician is not a legal card. Yuga is now in a pinch, as he would lose the moment he draws Sevens Road. Here is the cast list. Yuga, Rook, Gakuto, Kaizo, Roa, Roman, Ushiro, Geta, President Goha, Mimi, Subordinate, Mysterious Duelist, same voice actor as Hologram Man, Menzaburo, the Ramen Kid, Sushiko, I believe the sushi waifu, Niku Yagi, Ranze, Rinosuke, Yoshio, Bakuro, Riku, Katsu, and extras.
Damn.
So everyone that's been a part, Bakuro, everyone but the dinosaur kid essentially is going to be in this episode. Mimi's son will be in it. Bakuro from the newspaper will
Everyone
be in
we've
it.
seen so far.
Yeah, everyone we've seen so far. So it's like this penultimate episode.
Can we point out something?
I have to point something out before we continue.
Sure, what's going on?
A Tim and Ari arrived in chat, but it wasn't Nick.
Right, so Andrew is Nick T's brother. I guess we're more valuable to Andrew than Nick T.
That's crazy.
And so thank you, Andrew, for coming by the stream.
Yes.
Andrew, by the way, Andrew, we all love you, and Andrew's a great guy.
Yeah.
You just let me not.
He's the better
bash it.
Terminator.
Yeah, okay, you said it. I wanted to. Let me say this, Andrew. You have now come to more of my streams than Nick T has in the past 2 years. And I've only been streaming for a year and a half. So I wanted you to think about that. Andrew, thank you. You're great. Okay, we have
back to that cast list real quick.
Yeah.
Before you finish.
Monumental.
Literally every character basically that's been in the show is on the cast list. You just shouted Mr. Goha out.
He's gonna be speaking. Mysterious
Are
duelist.
we positive he's gonna be speaking?
Well, he might
Or
be
is he
laughing.
just
It's gonna be
The laughing counts.
Come on.
The laughing makes the cast list.
You better say something.
The
man.
laughing makes the cast list.
I really hope he says
And you said subordinate, right? Which means probably another Goha employee.
No
I would
idea.
assume.
No idea who that is. We have to text in the group message who we're picking. It's the time.
Okay.
And we do that so we can't
The
change
one with
it.
Nick T, right?
Yeah, the one with Nick T.
Who's Nick T?
So let me know when you have your prediction.
I literally don't even know what I'm doing, even right now. I'm not gonna even lie. I don't even know what to choose.
This is final.
I'm ready.
So torn.
I am torn. But this is one of those where if I get it wrong, looking back on it, I won't
It won't
be
be
that
the end of
upset.
the world. It's kind of how I felt about Yuga Rook. I was like, okay, Rook the win in the second episode. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let me know.
I'm not ready.
I'm not ready
I need
yet
like
either.
30 seconds.
Okay.
30
And definitely,
seconds.
if you have not played the game, it's never too late to play. YUGIOHPICKEM@gmail.com. Whoever comes in first is getting a free video game console, probably a PS5 or the new Xbox. So, massive prize that we are giving away. The only reason we are able to give away prizes like that and run competitions like that is because of your extreme generosity, taking the time to watch my videos, donating, supporting me on Patreon, becoming channel members. You guys are incredible. I truly am in the best community in the world. I'm very grateful for you. So this contest is only able to run because of you guys. So thank you so much for that, and definitely email your pick and comment your pick. I'm interested to see who a lot of people are going to be picking.
I'm ready.
I'm ready too. Are you ready?
Mine's typed in. I just have to hit send.
I'm typed in
As
too.
ready as I ever be.
Are you ready? You typed it in?
I'm typing it in now.
Okay. And again, we do this so that if Pete makes his pick, I don't pick what he picks just so I don't lose ground on him, if that makes sense. This is the fairest way for us to do this.
It's just like I have it typed out, and I'm not even sure I agree with this.
I don't agree with this.
I typed it and I changed it, and now I want to change.
I typed it once and erased it and then typed something else.
Ready? 5.
No, well,
Hold on. We'll give Keith a second.
are you guys ready to
3,
send it? Are you ready to... Okay.
It's called decision anxiety.
2,
Oh God.
1.
No, I'm not ready.
Hold
I'm
on,
not ready.
hold on,
I'm not
hold on,
ready. I'm
okay.
not ready.
Wait.
1.
Ugh.
1.
Okay.
1. 0.
Okay, send it. Wow.
All right. And you know what? I almost did that one.
Me too.
Me
And-
too.
But I can't do it. I can't. I'm a coward. I'll just say it.
I will say this, we did not all pick the same choice. There is a difference between the four of us and Nick T. We did not. This is
See,
the...
and Nick T's always right there to text.
Yeah.
He can't
Yeah.
come by the stream, but he's right there.
Everyone, Georgia
One.
Flatbull's just spamming 1
One.
in the chat.
I'm
Thank you
sorry,
all
I
for
couldn't
doing
decide.
Okay, who wants to start? I guess we'll start with Nick T. Nick T's not here. He didn't give a reason. Nick T
Classic.
went with Yuga. Nick T picked Yuga. Pete, do you want to start next?
Yeah, sure.
You were-
I picked Yuga. I'm a coward. I'll just say it. I literally had draw no result typed out because I feel like you need to establish the Roa character. A lot of times, yes, I understand Kaiba Yugi, but a lot of times you give the first meeting to like a draw no result. I think you said Zexel was different, but for the most...
Zexel was not different.
What
Zexel
did-
was
yeah,
draw
didn't,
no
like-
result. It was a no
It was
result.
draw no result?
It was a no
Okay.
result, yeah.
All right, so like usually I feel like that's the way it goes. However, I think this show is just you could still have Roa be an imminent threat, maybe take away Roman, maybe not, but if we're gonna handicap him by not giving him Seven Roads Magician, I think it's just a way to show off, hey, what we've been asking for. I don't need to win with just that card. I can do it some other way. Plus, you have Roman's freedom on the line.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that Yuga's not only figured it out, but he literally said at the end of this last episode that I'm going to save you. I can't see that in a show like this that he's going to fail.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he's going to win. Roa's still going to be somehow involved. Maybe he's tied in with Goha, and that's how it's going to go. So, yeah. But I don't feel good about it. I would not be surprised if a draw no result... I'd be shocked if Roa outright wins. I will say that. Mm-hmm. But if a draw no result happens, would not be shocked, and I'll just eat it. And that'll be that.
Again, one of us did not pick Yuga.
So I said at the beginning before that I had a 50-40-10 split.
Yeah.
So my 10 was Roa winning.
Yeah.
I did not think he really had a chance at winning. Not because, I just don't think a loss and or draw would really destroy his character at this point. Because he's still an evil person regardless of his dueling style, right? He's still going to have an impact in a different way, even if he doesn't win this first duel that he goes up against Yuga in. And I still think at the end of the day, it's just, I couldn't pick draw no result, so I have to take Yuga. That's just what I have to take. And again, like you, I was like, I kind of felt like a coward. So I was like, I
wanted to so bad.
I can see draw no result, but I've also seen it screw me already. So I'm gonna play it a little safer here and go with Yuga. But I just think, like Pete said, if they're really gonna ban Seven Roads Magician, right? There's going to be something else, a different card maybe that he hasn't used yet, or some other way that they're gonna be like, okay, Yuga can win without that card. Mm-hmm. He doesn't need to play it. He doesn't even need to draw the card to win. And I think it builds up his character because as a duelist, like, he's still not considered the best, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rook is the best. He's the king of duels so far, as if you would look at it that way.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a back and forth, crazy, like, down to the wire, maybe like 200 life points each, like both very low. And I could see, like, mutual destruction in a draw. I really could. But I think Yuga just comes out on top.
And it's too, like, I feel more confident that Roa would have a chance at winning a draw no result if it was not written in the summary right there that Seven Roads Magician is going to be taken out. Because now if I didn't know that and that wasn't written there, and that you're supposed to, as a viewer, have that shock as the episode's going on. Now I'd be like, okay, wow, now Yuga's on the ropes here. But the fact that you write that in there, like that's written in, I'm like, okay, he's gonna be shocked at first, but he's gonna find a way around it. Especially that he has 2 episodes to do it, and so that's why I'm just a coward. I can't do it.
That's fair. Kate, your pick?
I picked Yuga too. Basically for all of the same. I like that you let me go last because then I don't have anything to say.
I'm sorry.
No, it's I like that because I don't like talking that much, so it's okay. So everything that Cal and Pete said, I completely agree with.
Fair. So, if you've done process of elimination,
Is that how that works?
You know I did not pick Yuga to win.
Do it.
This was a tough one. I mean, this is a really tough one, and I don't fully agree with you guys that Roa's percentage of winning is that low. I could see Roa winning this, to be honest.
Really, like the second loss of Yuga, he just loses to Roa right here. I mean, we're not at the end of the season.
Roa's got Goha on his side. The hologram man is gonna have something here to play in. I think. I went with draw no result, so I'm going with draw no result. I really think it's like 40-40, draw no result, and Yuga winning, and then like a 30 for Roa to win. But I did my math wrong there. But the reason I'm going with draw no result is that I just think that there's a lot of room for something weird to happen. Whenever you have this many characters involved in a cast list, I mean, this is an enormous amount of characters.
Absurd.
I just think that adds more of a possibility to something really fluky happening. And while I think a draw is possible, I think a no result could be very possible as well. That weird episode 13 summary, which we also have to wait for translations, where Yuga pulls Otis from the ground. I mean, is Otis going to interrupt the duel? Who knows what that even is? That probably needs to be translated a little better. But that summary just seems very weird. And, Yuga is obviously going to be able to get over the fact that he doesn't have Seven's Road Magician in his deck. But I just think that mutual destruction is very likely. And I think it would be cool for a draw to happen. I don't really have much more justification for it because I really was torn almost 50-50 on Yuga winning and a draw no result, but I just think that there's a lot of stock and a lot of... I like draw no result being bundled into this scenario because I think a no result and a draw could both equally likely happen, and that ultimately kind of pushed me over the edge to pick draw no result.
I'm kind of more, if that is the option to happen, I'm on the more no result.
Me too.
Because there's so many people, I could see someone stepping in and
stopping the duel.
Ended.
Goha stops the duel, they shut down the duel.
And so now you have, you could do some dialogue of Roa just being like, "You're lucky, kid."
We'll finish it next time.
Yeah,
exactly.
Or something like that.
And when you're having this penultimate duel between protagonist and rival, and we know the first DVD is covering episodes 1 to 13, I think that would be a great cliffhanger conclusion to leave them on an unannounced note of, well, we don't know who won. And yeah, it's tough, man, but I this is what I've been dreading for a while, and for a couple of days I was going to pick Roa actually to win straight up. But you've
been saying it since the beginning of this Sevens podcast. You said, hey, this show is going to change, and the hardest picks are going to be when the rival, whoever it is, comes in.
Yeah.
And now we're here.
Because it always is.
Yeah.
And, looking at the history, you look at Yuya Akaba Reiji, that was a no result. Yusaku Revolver's first duel, that was a no result or a draw. You look at Kaito and Yuma, the first duel in Zexal, that was a draw, no result. You have to go all the way back to Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds to get not a draw, no result between the first one between Judai and Manjome was a no result. I mean, it's just...
Well, no.
Judai would have won, but it got interrupted.
Yeah, it got interrupted, but... I'm one of the people that counts Rio as the rival.
Oh, okay,
Kaiser,
right. If you've
and
used
so Kaiser beat Judai.
Fair. If you've used right, and that's the protagonist didn't win. The protagonist, besides 5Ds and Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, does not win that opening rival duel.
I always love that flashback with Yusei and Jack. It's just Yusei's just on the ground, and Jack's just like, like he
beat him in the flashback.
He doesn't even care.
So, I don't know. I just think there's a lot of stock in not picking the protagonist to win this duel. And I don't want to see Roa's character get stagnated by a loss, but I could see Yuga winning. I don't know. It's tough. It's not easy, but I'm going with draw no result. So there you have it. Everyone besides me picking Yuga. I'm picking draw no result. What is the chat saying? I'm curious. Where was the chat on this?
Mix of everything, yeah.
This is a hard one.
I've seen a lot more draw no results than normally.
Yeah.
Which I think makes sense because I think that no result is a really high possibility.
Me too.
Yeah.
Mimi just comes in, messes it up. Goha, somebody.
Yeah, Mr. Goha could just come down and be like,
shut down the duel.
This is done.
Yeah.
It like you don't win, this can't happen, whatever, for whatever reason.
Could also be a situation where maybe Roa is working secretly with Goha and he's about to lose and Goha bails him out.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's about to lose and Roha doesn't have a relationship with Goha, but Goha doesn't want Yuga to win for whatever reason, and they shut down the duel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
to see too what happens with Roman after this.
Me too. Where does she go?
Does she go back to the gang like she's allowed to? Is it a situation where like Ro is just like, come on, we're leaving? He just grabs her by the wrist, pulls her off for the rest of I wonder how that's going to work.
Something I also disagree with you guys on, because you both brought it up, is that Yuga's going to win to be able to save Roman. But even if Yuga wins and beats Roa, I don't think that Roa is going to just announce Roman's secret to the world. I think Roa's got more stock in holding on to her.
True, but I guess maybe I should have explained that a little bit better. I think that you give Yuga that hope that's why he wins. Like, all right, you're free now. Like, we don't care what it is. And then Roman's like, yeah, okay, this is just beginning.
Yeah,
and
but I think a draw no result also, and that's why they've done it so much in Yu-Gi-Oh! Precedence, it just hypes up that rematch that much more.
Yeah.
Because, but it's tough, man. And I know you were on the fence. Man. It's tough. If I look back and Yuga wins this, I'm not going to really be upset with my pick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Not at all.
Tough one. But you guys email your picks down below. Not easy, man. Not easy to pick that one.
I will say in this episode, though, a point that we didn't bring up that I liked is when, the kind of the reveal happens, I thought it was a little underwhelming. But that Roman is trying so hard to keep the persona of like, no, I wanted this. No, I fooled you guys.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are just dumb. And they kind of take different routes, and like between Yuga and Rook is outright rage. Yuga can see right through it. Gakuto has more of this like sympathetic kind of woman thing of like, oh no, she's a damsel in distress. Oh, that poor girl. And so like they all have different ways to reacting to it, but I think it shows that all right, Roman maybe is not the greatest actor in the world in those moments when it's her friends. That, like, it was maybe easy to fool them early on because she had to, but when you're face-to-face with someone and they feel bad for you right there and you have to then keep this persona, she couldn't do it. She, like, broke there.
Yeah.
And when I was watching the ending, and I always watch it, but I guess I never really thought about it until after this episode, where Roman's coming up in the elevator, you know, like when Yuga's asleep on the table, and one of the pictures, or maybe her phone background, is the three of them. Like, it's Rook and Yuga and Gakuto. And so she has a deep connection to these people, and so...
She does.
I really like how they kind of played on her struggle throughout this episode.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
She kind of stays my most fascinating character in the show right now.
Yeah, Roa's up there too now. Roa's very high. Mr. Goha's also been high for me.
I'm not fascinating him. I really think he's just going to be like nothing.
No, I think he's going to be wicked. I really do. But we'll see. I mean, yeah, it's hard to say. Hard to say. But hopefully you guys liked our picks. Hopefully our discussion made it easier for you to pick one way or the other. It probably did not, because none of us really said it with that much authority. Like, I don't feel very good about this.
I call myself a coward.
I don't agree with that, but, you know, crazy. I guess we will take a few more donations. If we have any.
We do.
Okay, we will read through them, and we'll just chill with you guys for a bit here on episode 11, Rock and Roman.
Rock and Roman.
Yes.
You can read it.
Okay. Sean Gilbride donated $11.11.
Oh, again.
Hey,
Sean.
Said cheers to Sevens getting a manga, but it's a shame about Konami's apparent complete abandonment of Reigns.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I do want to, Sean, thank you for the donation. It's a very nice donation. Misspoke a little bit. I have a bad habit of umbrellaing Konami, using them as an umbrella term for them making all the decisions when it comes to the Yu-Gi-Oh mangas and the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. It's not really all Konami. You know, Shueisha, TV Tokyo. Shueisha is the company in charge of the mangas. There's a few elements at play here. So for me, just to solely blame it on Konami was not really correct or fair to them. So I did want to kind of correct myself there. But the fact remains the same that everything that's in charge of Yu-Gi-Oh right now, whether it's the networks, Shueisha, Konami, you know, whoever it is, whatever company, they don't want to have anything to do with Studio Gallup's Yu-Gi-Ohs. And they just kind of, it's like a bad breakup. They just kind of want to move away from them. Sucks. Cool that we're getting a Sevens manga. Vrain's manga would have been really cool, though.
I like that everyone calls you out in the comments and just goes, well, you have to say that because you work for Konami. So, of course, you have to.
Church of Flapple said Konami simp.
Thank you, Sean, for the donation. And 1111, make a wish. What's your wish?
Make a
I
wish.
wish.
When you wish.
Of Reigns, too.
Of Reigns, too?
Yeah.
With
That's a
all
good
my
wish.
heart to fly the dragons in a land apart.
Next donation.
Captain.
Dragon Tales. I knew that's what it was. I just was hoping we'd let it die. What a weird show.
Captain Rex, thank you for the donation. Hashtag timeline when. Great comedic episode. Hashtag Roa and Yuga. Hype Gakuto, the best characters. Yeah, we're going to have Yuga, Gakuto, Roman, and Rook shirts. Yeah. So I'm excited for that.
Can we start shipping Roa and Yuga and just see where that goes?
Roa and Yuga?
Yeah,
I'm sure,
see where that goes.
I'm sure it's been done. You're probably late on that.
There's something out
You're
there.
probably late on that, brother.
Yeah, I probably am.
Yeah. The simpers. Thank you for the donation, Cammy.
Davis Enos donated $5.
Thank you so much, Davis.
He said, "Rip Reigns manga." That made me a sad boy.
There it is.
Also, hashtag Pete's Road.
Thank you.
Hashtag Pete's Road. That's actually the hashtag on Yuga's shirt. Road to Yuga. That's the
I
hashtag.
thought you were gonna say.
It's Pete's Road. I work for Konami. It's been a lie.
Davis, thank you for the donation. Yeah, listen, I've enjoyed Sevens. I'm happy that they're getting a manga to go along with the animated series, but it's also a shame what happened with Vrains.
Like, they really do.
Vrains is just kind of the child in a breakup.
Well, yeah, I think that was the perfect analogy you had before we went on stream here. Like, they just...
Bad breakup.
It's a bad taste in the mouth, and they want to get, for whatever reason, as far away from that show as possible.
Yeah.
Like, we've had 7 shows, 1 going currently right now. You have 6 mangas now. You literally were just like, yeah, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
Like, that's really messed up.
Yeah, it's sad, and it really is tough for people who are like diehard Vrains fans.
Yeah.
And you know, each show means something to a lot of people. One of the nicest comments I got, I had someone who donated a very generous amount 2 nights ago, like over 100, insane. And it was someone who I had never really heard from that much, and I was like, oh, he said he's a longtime lurker. And I do love the lurkers, because really at any given time in a stream, 80% of people that are watching are lurkers. They're not being active in the comments, which is completely okay. And if that's the way you feel comfortable watching, then you do you. That's completely fine. And he wrote me, and hopefully he doesn't get embarrassed by me saying this, but he wrote me one of the nicest Instagram messages about 8 hours ago that I've read in the last year or so, just about how he felt bad not being more active in the community, which you should never feel.
No,
if you're enjoying my content, that's really all that matters to me. So don't apologize for that, but just that just thanked me for doing all of the work that I do with the channel, and especially with Sevens, and that he had actually fallen out of love with the Yu-Gi-Oh anime for the last few years until Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens was announced. And Sevens was the show that got him back into the franchise. And it's not the first time I've heard that. I know that's going to sound crazy to a lot of people, especially to people that are not really enjoying Sevens because of the complete major shift. But I always say it with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community, and any community, it really is a revolving door. Sevens gets announced, people get upset and they leave. But that same amount of people are coming in. The same amount of people. And I get messages like that, and it really makes me... Those are the messages that really keep me going, and it makes me happy that my videos can bring enjoyment back to people for watching Yu-Gi-Oh, and that it gives them a place to talk about the new spin-offs with, and it was just a very, very nice comment, and he's a really cool guy, and that's someone that has been a lurker on videos of mine for a while now that I didn't even know existed until earlier this week, and it makes me. One of the first things that I talked about when Sevens got announced was I'm excited to meet new people, because there's going to be people that leave. And there were people I loved in the Vrains community that I never hear from. There were people I loved in the Arc 5 community that I never hear from. It just happens, unfortunately. And there are people who have been here for the last, that are kind of mainsteads now, which is awesome. People that I really am, genuine friends with, beyond just the scope of YouTube and streaming and stuff. But yeah, every new spin-off brings new people and new blood. And that always excites me. And I think people lose that a lot because if they don't like a show, if they don't like a spin-off, if they don't like a direction that the show is going in, then it's hard for them to understand how anyone could like that show. But I've gotten dozens of people telling me that Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens has, just like I did with Vrains, has brought them back into the franchise. Happens with every single show. The amount of hate Sevens got in the beginning happens with most shows. And I knew that a lot of people would be new to the franchise or back to the franchise. So that was a really nice message that I got this morning.
Yeah, and I think it's always important to remember that with those lurkers, I guess if you want to call them that you never know how many lives you're going to impact out there. And when we do these streams, when you make these videos, and I always tell you, when you're lacking inspiration and you're it's so hard to do things, this is why you do these things, is because you've built this community and you've brought us together and you've brought all these lovely people together, and you have to remember that each time that you're gonna have periods throughout the year of being down, and 2020 certainly has been down.
It's been a long period.
It's been a long year, and it's only August. But I think it's important to remember that going forward, that there is people exactly that you've never heard of that have always been there for you and appreciate your videos. You never know what kind of YouTube video gets you through a tough time, whatever's going on in your life, and it's always important to bring people quality content that is wholesome and brings people together.
Yeah. Thank you, man. That was nice. Well, and thank you to the three of you, and obviously Nick T, and anyone that's helped me on the channel, because you guys are all amazing, so thank you. And everyone that watches and comments, being active in the Discord and talking to me there, and you guys are all amazing. So thank you. Just wanted to remind you guys that you're special to me. You really are, and just thank you for everything that you do.
It's even cool, like, when you go back later and you look at these comments, it was awesome for people to write, like, hey, I came here because of this. Yeah. I came here because I saw Dylan's Arc 5 reviews, which you probably saw on my channel now, Clueless Gamers. Like, it's amazing that people have been reached through. Some people said, hey, I came here when Vrain started. Like, everyone found you at different times. And there's people that found you through Sevens. Yeah. And if there's a Yugioh 8 and we're lucky enough, people will find you through that.
Yeah, well, that's what excites me. There's people out there that I have not made connections with yet that I know I will in the future. Yeah, and that just excites me.
It's just awesome.
Because we already have such an amazing community. We really do. Like, I have friends that come by streams and they'll, like, DJ, and he'll be like, dude, you really have like, he's in a lot of Twitch streams, and he's like, dude, you really have an amazing community.
There's a lot of toxicity out there, man. It's nice to be part of a community that everyone supports each other and is there for each other. That's really nice.
You guys really are all amazing, so thank you for that, seriously.
Yep.
I wanted to say something, but, like, it's just so wholesome.
Thank you, Kyle.
You really, no, like, honestly, like, you would say this to me all the time. You never expected me to want to, like, come here and watch Yu-Gi-Oh! With you guys and, like, do this kind of stuff. But in the forefront of it all, it was, like, my idea to do not the podcast, but, like, just the show when we first started. We made the video.
It was your idea, yeah.
I was like, dude, I would love to watch and, like, talk with you about that. And I just remember, like, seeing you in person the first time after we had talked about it. You were like, dude, I never in a million years expected that text message from you. And I was like,
I mean, you look back
never
to some of those videos, man. It always, like,
the quality is
just it's hilarious.
Look
like,
back.
If you
what
look
are
back,
they titled?
We have the table here, right? The lighting is bad. The camera's not good. Our audio is bad. But you know what?
Hold on. Someone link one of those videos. It was like Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains.
It was
watching Vrains with non-Yu-Gi-Oh! fans.
Yeah, with non-Yu-Gi-Oh! fans, and then
episodes 1 to 8 or something like that.
We did 1 to 5, and then, like, we would always watch them in groups. It would never be live.
Those are the pilot episodes of these streams that we do now.
I mean, it looks so like 70s low budget.
Yeah,
like
I'm like the host. Like, I'm sitting on the one side of the table.
And we had the old wooden table when we first started.
Oh my!
Yeah, and so like
that one right there.
No, it was the other like foldable wooden
that
table.
Table was horrible.
Yeah, and like it's always cool to look back that like for like us growing in terms of technology that everyone still watched us.
I know.
Like, they still look forward to us making those videos, and I guess that says something about our community and the content that we keep doing here. That if you stuck around through that, then
honestly,
thanks for doing that.
That was low budget, man.
Like, remember you printed out the first time we did it. You printed out pictures with all the characters' faces on them, so that we could know what we were talking about.
And he would like coach us before we went on of just like, this is how you pronounce this character's name, because like we were new to like the Japanese like anime.
Why didn't I get that coaching?
He just threw you in
because
you
told me you watched all of Sword Art Online.
I did.
You told me you watched most of Code Geass.
Yeah.
You had the experience.
Okay,
these people didn't have the track
record.
That
was just, and you had, remember we had like the little outline of questions the first couple of where it was like, all right, this is what we need to hit today.
And that's when the table wasn't like this, so it was Dylan would be like his back towards the camera because it was like sort of over here.
God.
It was like the three of us are it was so god.
You know what I am getting excited for though? The 2020 pumpkin carving contest.
We're bringing it back.
We're bringing it back. Of course we're bringing it back.
Finishing last again.
I wasn't here for the pumpkin carving last year. I was only here for the gingerbread man.
Yeah, so
was Nick T not here for gingerbread?
No, he was.
He was on your team.
Nick T was hammered.
I carried that team. Nick T was not there. I carried that team.
Yeah, no, Nick T was wasted. He was drunk before he walked down this basement. Let's not kid ourselves. Well, anyway, listen, it's always fun to reminisce and reminisce. Did I say that word right? Reminisce. You guys are all amazing, and we're gonna be here for the long run. I promise you that.
If you want to see more drunk Nick T, stay tuned for that Jump Fest.
That Jump Fest, Nick T.
That Jump Fest video is
I mean, Nick T really does get hammered.
really does.
Yeah, he's...
But he's great for edits and comedy, so I'll take that.
Champagne all over the team.
Yeah, that was great. I forgot he did that.
Remember when Latrell gave me the champagne bottle and I'm trying to call? He's like, no. Latrell during that.
Latrell was the savior.
He looked so nervous that something
kept
horrible. I was sober.
going.
I didn't have a drink.
Yeah, and that says a lot right there.
Yes, it really
You were
does.
gonna launch the cap through the ceiling.
I was ready to get hyped.
Oh.
I needed some drinks that night.
Although that was like peak Nick T. Like,
Yeah.
That was so funny.
That was great. Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah. We'll get back to some donations.
Yes, yeah.
It's
we
crazy.
can do
We've
that.
mentioned him so much, and he still hasn't.
Well, yeah,
stopped by.
Andrew was
He
here.
doesn't come by. He
No,
doesn't come by.
He doesn't.
No,
Actually, you know what would be funny? Anyone that is Nick D in the Discord, start sending him personalized messages to check out the stream. Or just blow up his phone at work. To start
Oh my
doing
god.
that.
Well, he got off work an hour ago.
All right, well,
So that's
blow
not
him up at home so he can get on the stream.
You might want to rephrase that. Nobody wants to blow up Nick T.
We don't want you to blow up Nick T.
Well, I want them to just send a lot of messages to him over Discord.
Or Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter would be
What's
great
his
too.
Twitter?
I
You might get some followers.
don't remember what Nick T's Twitter is.
Probably just Nick T.
At Nick T.
That's what it should be, honestly.
It really
Probably
should
was
be.
taken.
Shadow hashtag blow up Nick T.
Okay, next donation. We gotta get back on track.
Back on track.
Church of Flapple donated another $10.
Thank you, Church.
Said, when I saw that the Ramen Kid came back this episode, I was like, what? And then when it was revealed Roa planned the whole thing, I was like, wow, this kid is an a-hole and a genius F-U-C-K.
Yeah.
Bleep.
Yeah, he's good.
Yes.
He's good, man. Roa was good. He had that all planned out. I mean, the fact that, even think about the logistics of that, the fact that he reached out to the ramen kid that his cousin ate at and became friends with, just to, like, he could have reached out to any ramen shop, just to rub it in that extra, like, that extra oomph. Yeah, he really is a bastard. I can't wait to see him
But
duel.
it's so sad too because like that ramen kid and those people are so excited
Dude,
that they're there.
The sushi waifu.
I was not gonna say that. I was gonna say the food looked really good, but damn, let's just throw Kate under the bus. But it's more like these poor kids don't realize they were a part of a scheme. Was kind of where I was going with that.
Yeah, well, I agree with that.
Hashtag justice for Kate is
yeah,
right.
come on. First, you can't remember.
No.
my name, now
I was
you're
gonna
like,
say
"Sushi
I was gonna say she reminds me of you. That's why I.
Davis, clip that for me and
Bad
tag me on
save.
Twitter. Thank you. I'm gonna use that.
Real bad save.
Church, thanks for the donation.
Yikes.
Someone's sleeping on the couch tonight.
Oh yeah. Melinda Phantom donated another $2.
Oh, thank you, Melinda.
Said, Dill is villain confirmed. Welcome to the club, bro.
Yeah, we're all villains at heart, Melinda. Melinda, you're great. Thank you for the donation.
Oh, that was a good one. God
damn
damn
it. Jesus.
Alan Wilkinson donated $5.
Thank you, Alan. I appreciate that, man.
Said, my prediction for Yuga versus Rook, Dark Magician somehow replacing Seven's Road in Yuga.
I mean, that's the dream, right?
So let me tell you this. In the Discord... Oh, sorry.
Let her finish.
Given who's in the voiced cast, I have no idea if I'm joking. There you go. Now you're good.
I mean, you imagine.
Making Sevens crack theories, by the way, every single Sevens crack theory should end within, I have no idea if I'm joking.
Yeah.
Because, like...
Anything's possible.
Like, I
They
could
do
have
anything.
I could have made the crack theory last Sevens up that, yeah, Roman's going to win her duel, and then a Snickers is going to pop out of her guitar. She's going to eat the
And
Snickers,
she'll be fine.
and then she'll be fine.
And I knew exactly that's what they were referencing when Yuga was like, "It's you're hungry, it's in your," and then it got cut off. I was like, "There's a snack slot in your guitar."
Yep.
It
Yep.
reminded me, if you guys ever watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, when he gets his new glider and there's like a random compartment for him to like put snacks in. I was like, okay, that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah. Just yeah, I don't know if I don't know what's gonna happen. I think I would love to see Dark Magician summoned.
There was a moment. There was a quick moment
You thought it was Red Eyes?
when they were doing the. I think it was the beginning of last episode when Rook was like, "Oh, you know, the 7 symbols or whatever." I was like, "That's it. We're bringing all the protagonists back. We're doing it. Let's do it." And then it got right undercut because it was like, "Oh, that looks like, you know, like Rook's monster." And I was like, "Well, there goes that."
Could you imagine if that's
There was
what they
just
were
for a
doing?
moment I was just like, "This is it. We're doing like another Signer's arc right here.
They won't give us... Well, Signer's arc, I could see the comparison, definitely. But they're not going to give us a Vrains manga, but they're going to bring Yusaku back into Yu-Gi-Oh!
Come on,
Sevens.
or they bring everyone back but Yusaku. So the two spots are Yuga and Rook, and it should have been Yusaku and not Rook, and then they just disservice Vrains.
One last kick in the stomach, man. Oh my god, dude.
Channel members get Discord, right?
Yes, channel members do get Discord. Absolutely.
Otis Cunningham was asking how he gets access.
DM me on Twitter, Otis, and I will give you the Discord link. Thank you for becoming a channel member, by the way. Thank you, dude. I appreciate
it's good
that.
to hear from you, buddy. I hope everything's going well.
Yeah, at Universal.
Yes, that's one of
Universal.
the channel.
Orlando Studios. You remember that? We were there a year ago.
Well, we could have been there, very
I know,
soon.
we were supposed to go there like
And
5
then
weeks from now.
This year has to just keep getting worse.
Yeah, 2 Disney trips just...
I'll go check out Orlando and let you guys know how it looks.
Oh, that's right. You actually are
I'm
going
actually
down
still
there. Right?
going to
You're
Florida.
taking a risk.
My brother will be there tomorrow.
That's crazy.
Really?
My friends are down there
Disney?
now.
Not in
Are we
Disney,
are we
Orlando.
cowards? Or are we just not like?
Well, I'm not going
I
to
feel
Disney.
Like a lot of people are pretending that the pandemic isn't real.
Well, it is real.
I don't think cowards is the right word. I think we're...
Smart.
Intelligent. Right?
Yeah.
No, I just feel like how many things are open. It's limited access. Like
No, I don't regret
But
not
I wouldn't go
going.
to Disney. I absolutely would not still...
no, people are in there.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Love
I'm
it.
going to visit one of my buddies, Anthony, that lives down there. And then we're going to a house.
Well, he lives there.
Yeah,
so
and
it's
well,
like-
and then we're
exactly.
renting a house by the beach.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're going to be
You're
interacting with
separated.
other people.
yeah, I don't know.
We're just going to be there for a few days.
And like, I
the
don't know what the
hotel,
I don't know what the
the
temperature
flight,
is down there
no.
right now. If it's 95, every restaurant we go to, we have to, I think, still eat outdoors. That's just
Yeah.
miserable.
Well, I don't- yeah.
I don't have any regrets of canceling.
Yeah.
I
No,
don't have any
absolutely not.
regrets.
And I would rather wait and do like a big Disney trip when we can just go to Disney.
Of course.
Yeah, we're riding the coaster with a mask on. The mask just comes off as we're on.
Yeah, it's
I
like
think you still have to wear a
like a
mask.
dirty guy's in front of us. His mask
Yeah,
flies
I
into
mean,
our face.
anything
Come
could
on, I
happen.
don't-
Yeah, you have to wear your masks on the ride
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
I am bummed.
It would,
though.
yeah.
I'm
Of
very
course.
I'm bummed, but I would.
I'm
I
not
wouldn't-
cheering it, but
Yeah.
I'm not regretting the decision. I think it was the right
because
decision.
I wouldn't enjoy the trip as much as
No.
I should.
And also, like, not only not enjoying the trip, but what if we thought something was open that we could do? You get there, and then
It's not.
it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's closed. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, like that sucks.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through
I think you
that.
played it smart.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
the no lines kind of thing, very limited lines. That's the only thing
Yeah.
Well, when we went in December, it was very short.
for the water park. Best thing ever. If you
Yeah.
ever go down in
I-
December, do that.
I watched a video on someone's Instagram story of that water ride that you guys did in Universal.
What a mistake.
Oh
What a
my
mistake.
god.
What a mistake.
How did you see that video?
On Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, John posted it, or who took
No,
it?
No,
not-
not of
not-
us, of somebody else on
Somebody
the
else
ride.
on the ride.
Oh,
Right. We will one day, maybe in After Dark or someone else. I have that video and we've talked about it a few times. We gotta somehow post that like live on the stream for
Oh,
people
I
to
can
like,
play
watch.
that on the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just great memory, horrible decision. in the
Worst
moment.
decision
Yeah.
we've made of our life. I mean, we'll do that in an After Dark. We should do an After Dark soon.
We need to do an
Yeah.
after
Yeah,
dark
just
soon.
talk about everything. But
Yeah.
let's stay on track.
Okay, back on track.
Choo choo,
Um,
trains on the track.
Solid Snack donated $2.
Thank you, Sora. I appreciate it.
Said, I'm no longer perfect. Rip PS5.
So oh no.
Oh, you're still at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right up
No,
there.
rip PS5, bro. If you go perfect from here on out, you're gonna win. I think if you were down 5 points and you went perfect from here on out,
Yeah.
you're probably
Like
winning.
where
So
Nick T's gonna be at the end of these rankings. That's
you
kinda,
can still win that console, bro. You're 10-1. You're in a very good
Yeah.
position.
Yes.
But Roman won.
So there's
Roman
what?
won.
Yes.
Four people now. Are
I think
perfect?
there's 4. I haven't updated it, so I'm not sure. But there's definitely
Slack.
no
Getting
more than
tight.
4.
It's like when you're watching an NFL football season and those perfect teams just start dwindling down, and that just adds more pressure to them.
Yeah.
I do want to say before we move on to the next donation,
Yes.
it is nice not being the one that is
Being crapped on.
the butt of the joke every
Yes.
5
Well, that's
minutes.
because you're here.
Yeah. So like,
But
you
even
know.
sometimes when he is here.
Yeah, I
he's
do it
still
right
the
to his
butt of the-
face.
Yeah.
oh no,
He's
like
still the
if
butt
like
of
if
the
Nick
joke.
T was here, I'm still the butt of the joke, even if
Yes.
I'm here.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I have to thank Nick T in his absence.
Yeah.
Actually,
Well, you also have to thank Nick T for his lack of presence.
Yeah, that
Because
too.
remember, Nick T does not come to these streams,
That's
so we
true.
can say anything
That
about him.
you actually got us the one time where we
You-
just
Dylan
started
has said
talking
it
about
We
you.
just started
multiple
talking about
times,
you.
yeah.
Yes. that was.
I've done it multiple
fantastic.
times where Dylan has said, "It's alright, Calibur's never gonna see this," and I'll just type in the chat like a smiley face or something, and then everyone's just like, "Oh my God, Cal's here!"
Yeah.
We did start the hashtag tonight, Blackout Cal, so that was on the show. And Brian, that's not true. I am the butt of the joke, just usually off camera where they abuse me.
That's true. Yes.
So
Yep.
so you just don't get to see that.
Oro.
It's Vaccaro. It's Vaccaro.
Next donor is from Brian Ford, donated $5.
Thank you, Brian.
Said, I think Roman getting hangry mode was a way for her to get the win, but to show that she wasn't good enough to beat Gakuto on her own. I disagree.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
yeah,
where the
but he
debate
agrees
could
with
come
you,
in.
Yeah.
and that's
where the debate
completely
could come
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's completely fair. I mean, I think it's a good debate to have.
Yeah, I like that.
in.
Because
It's not going to be answered until we see her.
Yeah, it's
Go
one
straight
of
up.
those that we can look back on in maybe hopefully a few episodes or a few
How
months.
will you feel like if Gakuto is like a pretty good duelist, right, going forward to get some wins, and Roman gets her first duel back is just against some like Gohan nobody, gets just wiped. Now how you feeling?
Well, then I would say, all right, yeah, it was all fake. I'd be
man.
pissed.
That would be so Yu-Gi-Oh though,
I'd be
wouldn't it?
pissed. It would be, but again, different studios. I have different hopes. I really do. Different hopes. But Brian, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate that. So you got someone supporting you.
I got one. I got one. I appreciate that.
Legendary Duels donated $3 and then a separate $5 donation.
Okay.
Said, bro, how could you do Nick T dirty like that? And then, but spelled incorrectly. And then the next one said, I meant dirty like that. LOL. By the way, I will try to make it for next week.
Okay. So we might have our first guest in Legendary Duels
I know.
next week on Sevens Up. That would be great because that would be in the
That'd be
middle of
great.
Yuga versus Roa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And he's someone who has loved Sevens.
he did not like Vrains.
Yeah.
Vrains was, I think, his least favorite show. To my knowledge, he has loved Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens thus far.
Awesome.
That's really it. I mean, it's just what you look for in a
It's your
show.
personal
What
taste,
you
man.
enjoy in a show. Yeah.
It's also where you're at in your time of your life too.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just sometimes you go on, you might have loved it 2 years ago and you don't now, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it's something that you don't. I think it's the best when you don't expect to really like something.
Oh yeah.
Like, I feel like a lot of us, I mean, we didn't go into the show as positive as people normally do when it's like, it's a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Show, we should be really excited. But I guess the anticipation after seeing it was, you know, younger protagonists and everything, like at Jump Fest, like, we didn't go in with our expectations set through the roof.
No.
It was kind of like, maybe it'll be alright.
We were kind of nervous.
Yeah,
I was
and then-
nervous.
And there was people that were down on it straight
Yeah.
up.
And there's people that have dropped it. Yeah,
And I think a lot of people, and I don't know if this goes for you guys, but from watching it through the first 11 episodes, I'm like so pleasantly surprised that I think it makes me like the show more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I think that's like one of those big things where it's like, when it's something you don't expect, you appreciate it that much more.
Yeah.
Well, I think that I've enjoyed these first 11 episodes in total at the same level or even a little more than the first 11 Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, I could I don't think that's a bold statement
Yeah.
to say. And I think it's when you change your perspective of what you're expecting to go into a show like this, then it's easier to enjoy, right? If you go into this every episode go, oh, man, I can't wait to watch someone die. I want this to be super serious. Well, you're going to be massively
Yeah.
disappointed.
It's just not a serious
But
show.
if you go in here and you're going to be like, man, there's going to be some clever jokes in here,
Yeah.
some good action. It's like, all right, well, this is a really good show.
Maybe some nostalgia smacking you
Exactly.
in the face.
And
Yeah.
Vrains for me didn't I love Vrains,
Me
but
too.
it didn't kick for me fully until season 2.
Yeah.
Then I felt like season 2 was by far the best stretch of that show. And so when that whole arc started with the Ignis, I was like, all right, here we go.
I think like the way they ended season 1 was like the perfect
Oh,
kickoff for season 2.
Oh yeah,
That's how it was.
It's one of my
though,
favorite duels.
The
Yeah.
final duel was a
under
good
the
duel.
tower.
Yeah.
Good duel there. But yeah, thank you.
Shadow goes, oh boy, can't wait to see a car crash kill some parents.
Legendary Duels, we're excited to have you on, man. Let me know. Just let me know, dude.
Roman's parents.
Next one is
my
from
God.
Axe the Road. She
Axe.
said, damn Dill, the betrayal. I think that was about Nick T.
That was about Nick T. Well, you know, what are you going to do, X? He betrayed me when he said, I'm never watching one of your streams, and then walked out of my house.
You do have to, however, give him credit that he bailed you out last week.
He did, and I'm
Yeah,
very
he
did,
thankful for
yes.
that. No, Nick T's a good friend. I'm only kidding. Thank you, Axe. I appreciate it.
Solid Snack donated another $2. Said, I love Roa. Great design, great manipulator, A+ villain.
Wow, that's awesome, Sora. So yeah, Sora is our Solid Snack. I'm so used to calling him Sora from his name back in the Arc 5 days. He's another person that has been pretty, I think, happy with Sevens so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I agree. Listen, it's too early for me to start giving grades for Roa.
Right.
I think we all will be able to judge him more fairly
When he duels.
after these next 2 episodes.
Yeah. But like his introduction so far.
But so far, I would agree with you. I think what they've done with him has been really, really good. Charismatic, but like a real piece of crap.
He's the only character so far that's been on the show that I find intimidating.
Yeah. I would agree
really
with that.
fear
You don't
anyone.
find Mr. Gohan
Not
intimidating?
in the least, Kate.
Well, I don't fully agree with you there.
Hey, if we get episode 25 and he just straight throws someone off the skyscraper, I'll go, Dill, you were right. All right? But until we get to that point where the only thing this man does is laugh, he doesn't intimidate me.
There's something about Mr. Goha that just scares the hell out of me. I don't know what it is.
What, from his point a few episodes ago when Mimi and the hexagon?
He was
terrifying?
He was so
How
quick.
he picked up the phone.
He was so quickly able to identify what his super agents were trying to find on that piece of paper, where he grabs the entire attention of the room with all the stockholders in the audience and he points.
That speaks more to the idiocy of his top guys than to actually him being a good villain and intelligent.
Do you know what he reminds me of so far? Granted, we have very little on him.
Fair.
Who was the guy that came in after
Kitamura.
Kitamura.
Yeah, I knew that.
That's
Right?
exactly what he
No,
reminds
come
me
on.
of.
Kitamura was a useless. Oh, I forgot he existed. Kitamura was useless, dude. Come on.
Right now, how useful has Mr. Goha been?
He will be useful. Mark my words.
Okay.
I hope so.
I know so.
Because right now, all he's done is go.
No, they're saving him for a big moment.
You think
He's going to be the first character to defeat Rook.
All right, so I'm putting you on the spot right
Yeah.
there. So he's going to be a duelist.
I think he's going to duel. I think he's going to get his hands dirty.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Not in that way.
What?
I don't see it. I don't see it, man.
You don't think he's going to duel?
There's just something about him that seems like he's in that bureaucracy kind of complex where he's not going to duel.
Oh,
It's like he lets
I
his
think he's going to be
servants
the
do it.
final villain of the arc. Who else is the villain? I mean, Roa's the villain rival
Could
right
also
now.
be someone we haven't seen. We didn't know Bowman was going to come out of nowhere until he did, right?
He's gonna be like Queen, and he's gonna get one duel and be gone.
There's something about Mr. Gohan.
I hope so. I've said that before. I hope Mr. Goa is awesome and intimidating and a great villain.
The only way he won't be is if there's someone above him, which is possible.
Or Roa somehow knocks him off.
Yeah, I don't see that happening, but I guess we'll wait and see.
The rival can be a villain of a season. We have seen that. We just seen it in the last show.
We did see it in Vrains. It's rare for that to happen, but we did see it in Vrains. You're right. Yeah. Be interesting to keep an eye on. Definitely.
Stardust, new buddy Sam donated $2.
Thank you, Sam.
Said, do we count Berserk Yuya wins as Yuya by this logic?
So we're probably talking about the logic of
Yeah.
Well, being
Obviously,
happy.
talking about Arc
Yeah.
5, you're going a little back. I mean, I do, right? Like, I count Berserk Yuya wins as Yuya wins.
Do you?
I didn't see the show.
Spoilers.
So that's really I'm the only one that can talk about that. But I'm not on the side of the argument where I don't count this as being a Roman win. So
Damn.
I guess that's a good point, Sam. Definitely a good point. And thank you for the donation, dude. It's always with us. Oh, the 100 giant rats. It's always with us, man. It's always with us.
Always here.
Thank you, Sam.
It's
There's too many.
unnerving.
A little bit.
It's more the giant card that gives me. I'm
Yeah.
always looking where that thing is.
I have that giant.
It's
giant
upstairs,
rat.
right? The giant rat. See,
I'm
when you
waiting-
do
I'm
that, I don't
waiting.
like that.
I'm waiting one time for me to go upstairs and get into bed, and the card's in
Right?
the bed.
That is something I would 100% do.
I think I just gave you an idea.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
my
don't
toes.
take a shower.
That's
I would never
but that's
risk the
what my
card.
roommate did. We had a Chucky.
Giant
He
rats
said I
waiting.
would never risk the card.
Yeah, he didn't care about
He didn't care
your
about
heart
scaring me.
attack. No, my roommate had a life-size Chucky doll, and he would hide it all over the place. It was terrifying. He put it in the shower once. So I'm brushing my teeth in the morning, half awake, getting ready for class, and just see it in the mirror's reflection. Huh. Freak out.
Well, that's what Dylan also did with the Selena Gomez cutout when we would come and stay over.
You're right. And then
We'd hide it in corners.
Cal, we're gonna check what time it is, so you'd open the phone light and there's someone looming over you. I think one time Etienne threw his phone when he goes to the room.
Next dono is from Brian Ford, $5.
Thank you again, Brian.
Said, I think it would be really funny if it's revealed Roa starves Roman sometimes just for fun. It'd be effed up, but it'd be a weird piece of Roa backstory.
So hold on. I'm gonna call Brian out here.
Brian
I feel like there's been a few
he
streams
said some
now
questionable things
where
last
we've been
week.
getting some questionable stuff out of you, Brian. I love you, but you're kind of concerning me with some of these donations.
I'm pretty sure he said in the
he
last
used the
stream,
word
he was like,
funny wrong there.
I
think that's what it
loved
was.
that Roa beat the hell out of Roman.
Yes!
Yeah.
And Nick T was like, wow. Like,
Yeah, that's when you guys stopped.
Yeah,
and
you're
you're
like,
excuse me?
Yeah, he clarified it later, but Brian's been living on the edge here. Yeah, listen, I
love the angle, don't love the actual, act of it. I can say that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just love when, family members just starve each other. It's great.
Just for fun.
It would be really funny.
Brian, God bless
Brian
you.
said, whoa, tell the whole story.
Well, I don't remember the... No, it wasn't that bad. Brian said he liked it from the villainous perspective, if I remember correctly.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
That is correct.
And it is a good villain.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, dude.
Axtonian again said, Dill, I still love you, even if you break my heart. JK. I respect your perspective, but I'm #Team Pete.
Well, yeah, it just comes down to who you like more. If you're a Gakuto fan, you're gonna agree with your stake.
I really thought you were gonna say it comes down to who you like more, me or Pete. I really thought you were gonna say that.
No,
I was waiting for that too.
If you're a Gakuto fan, you're gonna agree because then it makes it seem like Gakuto didn't genuinely lose.
Yeah.
If you're a Roman fan, you're gonna say, well, no, Roman won. What do you mean?
I like that it was Gakuto too in this duel. That he didn't have his people, his underlings, like pulling the cards for him. He was like, "Nah, I'm gonna do it." And that little joke where he's just like, "Oh yeah, it's a new style." And they're just like, "So the style that everyone does."
Yeah, yeah, that was cool. Yeah, Gakuto was good in the episode, I thought, but he'll get a big one. He will.
Yes.
Thank you, Axe.
Next dono is from Ren, 1995 Link Morales.
Thank you, Ren.
Said, what do you guys like about Roman 2 tribute summon monsters? Their design and attacks, did you feel any vibes from that?
Yeah, when she was in that intense mode and she was going through the summoning chants, I think one of the monster's effect names was like Straight to Hell, where she like got rid of Gakuto's 2 monsters.
Yeah, and she definitely also said it too.
Or maybe she said send them to hell. Yeah, like she really got intense. But I love that. That was something that Vrains lacked, especially early on in Vrains. You didn't have consistent summoning chants. You didn't have these really cool and thought out like effect name chants. Like Arc 5 did it so well. And I feel like we're kind of getting back to that form with Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens. And it just makes me more invested in those moments when you have a character calling out an attack name or calling out an effect name or calling out, the summoning chant. I really like it, Ren, and I thought it was really cool. And also, that new guitar ace, can't remember the name of it, but using her guitar as basically a gun
Yes,
to shoot the that was
awesome.
that was great.
Also, did you
was
say
great.
Vrains didn't have summoning chants?
They early on they did not.
7 minute.
Yeah, do you not remember the Link summoning?
Oh my god.
Those weren't summoning chants. That was him just saying where the arrows are.
You didn't enjoy that?
Summoning chants, I mean, is like, saying like
That's why
monsters
Like when Yuga goes
dancing
through the mountains.
Exactly.
And,
Or
That's
yeah.
why I stopped watching Vrains.
Yeah, it's hard to get through that.
well, because it took 2 episodes for a turn to happen because of the Link summons.
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
And that was something we all, I was surprised, we all picked up on.
Mm-hmm.
We all were just the Link summoning, I feel like it takes too long to get through stuff. Because the early duels that weren't that important were still taking multiple episodes.
Yeah.
Knowing what we know about the studio and about the production of the show, they were just buying time.
Yeah.
They were just buying time. Yeah. Which is a shame.
They did end up cleaning it up.
They did.
It did
Oh, yeah.
look good.
When that new director came in, they were.
And again, I actually really enjoyed it. It was just that one thing that we were just like, they could shorten that up now.
Definitely.
We've seen it enough.
Yeah.
There should be Goose and Captain Rex did Streamlabs.
Thank you,
donos,
Goose.
so
And let me get those.
if you want to read those real quick, and then I'll go back to my list here. Just before I forget.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, doing it through the link does definitely help me a lot.
Oh, I guess.
Goose, thank you for the Streamlabs dono. With so much darkness in the world, we can use some light to balance things out. Mushy stuff aside, Roa's that guy your mom forces you to like because he was nice to her, knowing they are a dick to you. That's true.
He's also your sister's really shitty boyfriend that you want her so bad to break up with him, but for some reason she loves him anyway.
Yeah.
And only you can see it. That's how I see it.
Yeah, that's a good way. There's a few analogies you can use for Roa.
Yeah.
His first point is good, though. In a really shitty 2020 year, with just the world being the way it is, it's nice to just be able to watch the show for 20 minutes and just have a laugh and some enjoyment. That's the way that I view it.
No, 100%.
And I've really gotten a lot of
And
enjoyment
it's
out of it.
clever, man. It's not just like stupid jokes. They're pretty clever.
Yeah, the writing has been really good so far.
I agree.
My favorite
But
moment
Goose, thank you.
in this episode, I didn't even say it, is when they bring all the food on stage and the ramen kid and the waifu or whatever, and you see Rook and Yuga and even like Gakuto is like looking at the like sushi stand they have over there, and then Gakuto's monster turns around and is staring at the sushi stand, and I'm like, is he gonna leave and like can he eat? Like,
Didn't even notice
what
it.
is happening?
The monsters have so much personality in these
that
duels.
really made me laugh. I paused it and went, is this really happening?
I
right now?
didn't even notice
I'm
it.
gonna have to go back and
Hey,
look.
I didn't even
if
notice
you didn't
that.
see that, go back and look at
Yeah,
that.
I gotta make note of that. That's cool.
It's either that or he's going like he's looking at Gakuto like what are you? We're in the middle of dueling. Like what are
get
you
back
doing?
here, buddy.
Yeah.
I do like, the monsters are just, they have personality in this
Yeah,
one.
I like that a lot. Alright, next dono, MVP Tomahawk donated $10.
Thank you, MVP. That is very generous.
Said, so if we assume Roman's hangry state as being a power in the same way as Rook's is, then if Rook uses his power to disable his opponent's dual disc mid-duel, does it count as a legit win?
It's a great question. Has Rook done that yet?
No, but see, I wouldn't count it as one
Because
either.
LP doesn't go to 0.
Well, hold on. And that hypothetical is a little different because that's him
Because
straight
he's
up
affecting
cheating.
like the direct technology of what's
So
going
actually,
That's cheating.
and MVP, thank you. That is a very nice donation. Thank you so much, man. I would agree with the notion that it's not a legitimate win. He cheated to win because he shut down his opponent. So I would be on the other side of that debate.
Yeah.
That would not be a legit win. I don't think that's ever going to happen, but it wouldn't be a legit
I would
win.
equate it more to he somehow used his electrical powers that we assume he has, and the opponent he was facing is afraid of the dark, so he turned the lights off or something. So they could see each other, but that opponent's now emotional state was changed.
Right.
Then it's like, well, is that a legitimate win?
Well, I would count that as a legitimate win.
I don't know. That person is petrified now, so they can't focus on what they're doing.
Yeah, but that's just playing your opponent.
If you're playing tennis and you start taunting your opponent and try to throw them off their game and then you beat them, was it a legitimate win or no?
I mean, you can't do that in tennis.
But I'm saying it's a street game. Street tennis.
We're playing on the street.
We're on the street. I mean, yeah, I guess, but I feel like that's not a great analogy in there because, like, I can also say something to you. His opponent wouldn't have the same powers he does. He's the only one with that ability.
What if you're a
to do that.
pacifist?
I mean, I guess, yeah, but pacificity has to do with fighting and not necessarily words, so I don't see how that would fit.
What if you...
Just stop.
Yeah, let's just
dono.
next dono.
Next dono.
My brain's starting to hurt.
You're making mine hurt.
Mine too. Brian Ford donated $5. Said, I'm between Yuga wins and draw. Something in me is saying Roa isn't going to win only because Yuga has an excuse if he loses, and that demerits Roa's win.
I actually like that reasoning.
With the card.
That, it's almost like the easy way out to let Roa win. Like, they'd be like, oh, well, he only won because they got rid of Rhodes Magician, right? So he has to overcome that and either win or the fight gets stalled out and there's no result or a draw. I like that. I like that view of it.
Yes, me too. I agree.
Thank you, Brian. Yeah, I'm going with draw no result, man. I don't know if I don't feel good about it, but that's what we're going with.
That's fine.
It's okay.
Boy.
Oh boy.
Next dono from Davis Enos donated $5.
Thank you, Davis. Thank you, Bad.
said, Mr. Goha drops in like revolver, ends the duel, and the last scene ends with, ha, ha, ha.
If he does that, he's a threatening guy.
Sorta. Yeah, like...
Sorta?
Like, entrance, A+. Laugh,
That laugh is, you know...
if you were comparing the revolver
good,
to say, like, oh, could you have predicted this in the context of what was going on? Badass line.
Yeah.
Laughing? Not
Gohan doesn't need to say
What
that
if
much
it's
of
a
a line.
spitting image laugh of the Kawhi laugh?
Now that I'd be for. I'd be for 100%.
They used the Kawhi Leonard soundbite.
Yeah, that's, he's making money not off a shoe deal, but off of this. He's a fun guy.
What if, as Mr. Gohan gets more and more intense during the duels, the laughs get more high pitched? So like,
so it's like Gakuto imitating Roman's voice, except just this. Oh, I don't know if I like that.
that's chaotic.
That's like a SpongeBob like.
That's chaotic evil.
Yeah.
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 That's,
What was that laugh?
that was the Gohan laugh.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm scared.
I'm gonna go back. And do that
I'm
one
in
again.
danger.
Next donation.
Jack Knight 21 donated $5.
Thank you, Jack. Jack always gives very good insight. Which is really true, except the one time I said it, Jack
You gotta
wrote,
stop setting it up.
Roa looks like a watermelon.
He do be watermelon boy.
He does. He has that similar hair color.
Jack, I love you, dude. What is?
Oh, that would be a great way to use that. Is that later in the show, Roman is hungry again, turns to Roa, and he looks like a watermelon? That would
There
be great.
we go. Oh my god.
Would
You
be.
need to contact the
I
studio.
work
Yeah, well, Dylan works there, so.
Jack said, What is up, guys?
What's up?
Sleep? Too much Yu-Gi-Oh at this point with friends online.
Jack, thank you for the donation. We're all doing great. I hope you're having a great night. Yeah, listen,
I don't sleep.
I understand playing video games, playing Yu-Gi-Oh until all hours of the night. I know we talked a little bit on Monday, and I know you were training with Ryan and a few of your friends. So I hope the dual training is going good, Jack. Thank you for the donation tonight. You are great, and you do help me out a lot. So I hope you're having a great night, man.
Yes. Brian Ford donated again.
Oh boy,
Brian.
Said, this is a nice one.
oh good.
Dylan, you are the sole reason I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Without
Wow.
you, I wouldn't have rekindled my love for Yu-Gi-Oh! I really appreciate you for that.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Brian. Thank you, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you're great, man, and you're one of the people, especially over these last few couple of years, that allows me to continue to make content as often as I do, and to continue to stream as often as I do, and I really do mean that. The ability that I have now to stream in 1080 60 and to stream in different locations and all of the editing programs that I have, that is all because of the selflessness that you and so many others have shown me via donations, via watch support, and I really cannot stress that enough, that like you are a huge part of letting me do what I love to do. I seriously do mean that. So thank you, man. I'm happy that my content was able to rekindle your love of Yu-Gi-Oh! That's always my goal at the end of the day. I really don't care about views. If I can affect one person in a positive way and bring another great guy like yourself into the community, then I feel I've succeeded. So thank you, Brian. That was a very nice message. Thank you.
Next dono, Nicholas Horton donated $5.
Nicholas, let's go.
Said SEVENS manga is the first to not feature main anime protagonist as the lead.
Absolutely. So another big news that came out in that SEVENS manga announcement, Yuga is not the protagonist. Do you want to guess who it is?
Rook.
Roman.
Who'd you say?
Roman?
Rook.
It's someone that we know.
Yes.
I guess Rook would be logical.
It is Rook, yeah. It is Rook. It would be cool if it was Roman because we've never had a girl lead. That would count as a girl lead.
They can't allow that.
But they wouldn't do that. So
I was too hopeful.
Yeah, you were, but that's okay. But Rook is the main protagonist for the SEVENS manga. If you haven't heard, that's different. I don't really mind that. I don't mind a story going on a different character's perspective.
Yeah.
The only thing about that manga that's going to be ridiculous is like how much of the story can you trust and how much of it is Rook literally just making up like what happened.
True. But we also have to see how his personality is, because we've seen in Yu-Gi-Oh mangas sometimes the characters do not have the same personality.
Yeah.
So his personality might be more serious and different.
Unreliable narrator.
Yeah. So we will see how that goes. But yeah, Nicholas, I'm excited to read it, man. And thank you for the donation. Again, dude, I really appreciate it. You're great.
Stardust Nobody donated $5 as you pick up your giant rat.
Yeah, I can't read Sam. I can't hear Sam donations unless I'm holding the giant rat deck.
Okay. Dill makes me want to constantly run across the universe. Honestly, though, Dill, you definitely changed my life in more ways than one. Gave me a lot. Love you, man.
Oh, thank you so much, Sam.
So nice.
Was that first part implying that I make Sam want to kill himself?
I feel like your energy is so chaotic that it makes him want to...
Oh, okay.
It's like the phrase of like, I would run through a brick wall for someone.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
I interpreted it completely wrong then. I interpreted it as...
He was running from the truth?
No, that he makes me want to jump off a bridge. That's how I interpreted that. But I interpreted it wrong. No. Sam, listen, you literally were the very first person in this community that I VC'd with all the way back in 2016. Even when I'm 50 years old, I'm never going to forget that, man. You have a special place on this channel. You still help me with thumbnails. You're a great guy. Thank you for another donation, dude. You're great. You always are great. And remember that. My DMs are always open for you, man. Thank you for the giant rats. The greatest thing you've ever done.
100 of them.
You want more?
Sam said it's a reference to Vrain's opening 1 by...
Oh, I can't believe I missed that reference. Oh, across the universe and with the wind.
Yeah.
Constantly running across the universe. Oh my god.
Wow.
I can't believe I missed that reference. Sam, I love you, dude. That reference just made my night, bro. Thank you, dude. It's horrible. Oh god.
Wait, why are they singing that?
The chat's just wilding.
Yeah.
I love it.
Captain Rex donated $2. Said, I start a new meme. Hashtag brain the devil.
Hashtag brain the devil. What is that from?
Is it maybe Brian? It's supposed to be Brian the devil?
Oh, yep,
Brian
that's it.
The devil.
That's
there
it.
We go.
Make more
Okay.
sense.
Captain Rex. No, Brian just said that. It's such a nice statement.
I know,
I
right?
know. I can't support that.
But
Brian's not the devil.
that was donated after
I know.
horrible comment
I know.
about starving Roman.
Brian.
I really like that.
Brian,
It's funny.
thank you, man. Thank you. And thank you, Cammy. Thank you, Captain Rex.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm sorting these cards. You can keep going.
Danger
organizing.
Charizard donated $5.
Thank you, Danger Charizard. I really appreciate that, man.
Said the animation for Fusion, Synchro, and XZ summoning in Vrains was spectacular. Also, have any of you seen the Vrains dub? They're in the Ignis arc now.
So we are still legally waiting for the dub to come to the United States.
Yeah.
We want to watch it. We want to do a quick review on it if we're able to watch a few episodes. Just give our thoughts on if the voices fit and what we think of different things. Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains English dub has yet to legally come to the United States.
I honestly don't know if it ever will.
It will. I just don't know when.
I hope so. I want to hear Barrett Letty's voice.
Yeah, I want
Oh,
to hear.
God.
I wanna hear
Is
the
Sam
friends
Black
out
in that
there.
too?
Sam Black's in it, yeah.
Dana
J.
J.
Edwards is in it, yeah. So a lot of cool people, and so I have not seen it yet. Danger Charizard. I've seen bits and pieces, but
It's the story of like what happened with Brains, man.
Yeah.
Like that's the show's been over now.
I mean,
for
you can
literally almost a year.
It would not surprise me if the Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens dub gets released in the United States before Vrains.
Not at all, and that's why it's just like, man, just what happened went over there.
It's just surprising that they can't get
It was the result of a bad breakup.
Well, that and like it surprised me that they can't get it onto something like a Netflix or a Hulu.
I'm starting to think that they can, and they almost don't want to. Like obviously the teams over in Japan, because they just don't care enough about Vrains, and they're like, that was our old style. We are going in a completely new direction. We don't want to market the old style and the old show anymore because our market plan now is our market strategy is completely changing from there.
I guess, but like that's still technically then the end of an era, right?
I agree, but like because I can't think of any other reason why you can't
and
get that
they'd be
out
making money
on Netflix
on it. Like,
or Hulu.
You'd be making a contract and making money on it. Like from a business perspective, I can understand having a different target audience, a different strategy, a different everything. But at the end of the day, it's dollars and cents. If you're making money on it, you've already paid people to dub the show. Like,
yeah.
Are they done? Did they finish it?
No.
Well, he said that they're in the
Ignis Warfare.
The Ignis Warfare.
Yeah, they're probably around like
season
episode
2.
100.
Yeah. All right, so they're almost there.
But what I'm saying is like it's still being dubbed in other countries, so it's not like what you're saying.
So I also have it on good authority through many sources that I have. The dub has not been finished. Not saying it won't be finished, but they still are dubbing the show.
Yeah.
They do not have all 120 episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns dubbed yet. COVID definitely stalled it. So that's a little
But the
insider.
fact that they're airing it in other English-speaking countries, the dub.
Canada, Australia, the UK.
Mm-hmm. So then, in the sense of they don't want to market it, how does that make sense if it's just America that's not where it is?
Yeah, you're right.
One place.
You're right.
It
just doesn't make sense.
It works out like that sometimes. Like think about it, like a Rick and Morty, right? Is on Netflix in other countries for whatever reason. It's not here. It's just the way some of these streaming platforms.
It's on Hulu, right?
Yeah, like what deals work, and maybe they couldn't come to a deal here.
But that means maybe they couldn't get a deal with just Netflix.
But anything, maybe they couldn't. Maybe they don't think there's enough viewership here. I mean, there could be a number of factors.
I guess I feel like the fan overall perspective of Reigns though was good.
It wasn't bad.
No.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's just weird to have most of your voice actors are located in America, in New York. But you don't have it like their friends and family can't even listen to their work. Like
I know, and I know that's a very frustrating.
They
thing,
can't even watch their own work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's a very frustrating thing that they can't share their work.
It's like literally like acting in a movie, and they're like, "Yeah, it's gonna appear in the Ukraine. You'll never see it." And it's like, "But I want to see how it came out. Like I worked on that." Nah, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nuts. The Reigns dub will always be one of the craziest ongoing.
The Reigns in general will always be like something you talk about 20 years from now. Of like,
that was 5Ds for a very long time because of all those changes, and Reigns has kind of taken the place of that.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll just release it on a streaming platform once the whole series is
That
done.
could be their game plan.
Yeah.
Because at that point, it's like, it's just, all right, the whole series is done. They're not putting any more money into the series because it's fully complete. They just kind of throw it onto one of those streaming platforms that'll take it.
Yeah, that could be their new...
Do they do like a Jump Festa type thing every year?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that could be their big reveal this December or something like that.
Because
like, hey, we're done.
That's only for Japanese media, so they would never do it at Jump Festa. Yeah. Yeah, they wouldn't do it at Jump Festa. I don't know, it's weird, dude. It's weird.
It is weird.
Take a few more donations. Do we have any more?
We do, yes.
I was ready to call it, bro.
We're going to be here all night at this rate.
What do you mean? Oh my god, are they flowing in?
Yep.
Well, thank you guys, seriously.
Some of the funniest things was like when we would get towards the end of one of them, and then people would be like, no, you're not done yet. No.
I'm trying to think because September 9th, my birthday falls on a Wednesday night, so I will be doing a
If you also
birthday
remember,
stream.
we recorded a stream the 8th, and it turned to midnight on the 9th.
That's
and
right.
then I said it's Dylan's birthday, and we stopped the stream.
That's right.
So we did that last year as well.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. So I'll be with you guys on my birthday this year. That'll be a 7's Up. What episode will that be for? This is the 19th, so
13 or 14, maybe
next
14?
week is 12, 13. Yeah, it'll be
14.
14.
Which will be probably who knows what 14 will be about. Jeez.
Wacky.
We're going to get some, like, joke episode.
We might.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Jack Knight 21 donated $3. Said been playing Altergeist and YGO market code Ryan5.
Yes, type in that code to get, I think it's 5% off any YGO market purchases. Jack, thank you for spreading that code and that support. And thank you for the donation, Jack. I seriously do appreciate it. You're great, man. You're great. And keep working on Altergeists. I love it. I love the anime decks.
So you'll never guess who donated.
DJ?
No.
Nick T.
No.
That would have been shocking.
Okay, not that never.
Yeah.
Hell didn't freeze over him.
Yeah.
Bam?
Bam.
Bam.
Yeah,
Dude.
It's been forever, man.
Dude, it has been so
I think
long.
weren't we just talking
We were
about this,
just
like, 2
talking
days
about
ago?
him.
Like, man, Bam has not been around.
Yeah.
I hope he's okay.
I know,
Yeah.
yeah, that's always the
Yeah.
concern. Although I texted him like a month and a half ago, so I know he's been doing well. But dude, it is good to hear from you, man. Oh man, it was about this time last year that we hung out. We got dinner. It was about 10 months ago, right? It was in November.
In December.
Oh, December.
Right after you got back from Disney.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So it was a year ago. But man,
When the world was normal.
yeah, I know.
Yes.
Bam,
Yeah.
thank you, dude. Thank you so much, man.
He said, hey all, hope things are good. Might have not kept up with Sevens, but glad it most enjoy it. Thanks to all being kind and welcome. Hashtag best girl Tifa. Hashtag best girl Kate.
Thank you, Bam. Brian, you're great. And
Bam.
yeah, I'm curious to know if you dropped Sevens or just are not watching it because it doesn't interest you, or you started it and then dropped it. I know you like Vrains a lot, so I'd love to hear that. But yeah, you're a great guy, man. It's good to hear from you, and thank you so much for the donation, dude. It's just good to hear from you, man.
Yeah, please stop in more, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to hang out and
Yeah,
chat.
you
You're
just-
always welcome. Even if you're not watching Sevens,
Yeah,
dude.
just chat with us. I mean,
Yeah.
we've been wacky tonight, so you'll fit right in.
Yep.
We're always
Things
wacky.
haven't changed.
Next dono is from Yugioh, donated $5.
Thank you, Yude. Thank you, man.
Said, when will you voice act in an off-brand Arc 5 manga like you did with Yuzu? Bill, you changed my life. I will choose the same route again if I went back.
Oh, thank you so much, man. I seriously, you're one of the people that has also been there with me from the start, and I won't forget that. So thank you so much, dude. Thank you for the donation, and thank you for your support over these past years, man. It's been a great ride. I'm trying to think of that off-brand Arc 5 manga. I think by off-brand he means
He probably.
Probably.
But I would love to see you voice act in something.
Yeah.
Especially if you did that
voice act in any? No,
Yeah,
I'm not a voice actor.
Yeah, but that voice, like, laugh thing you just did, like, 10 minutes ago, you do that, I'm in.
Yeah. Like,
That-
I think you could voice act like how Gakuto was talking like Roman.
No, that,
No.
yeah, oh my god.
What was the line from that? I can't voice act, man. It's acting. I'm not an actor, dude.
You never know.
Acting.
I believe in you.
I'm not an
Also,
actor,
there was someone,
but I'm not an
I
actor.
believe it's Tomb Caver wrote, I'm new to the channel, but I've been loving these streams. Hey, thanks for finding us and stopping by.
Welcome.
That's always great. I love when new people come by and when new people enjoy the content. That's always very nice. I never expect new people to enjoy the content. So
Yeah, if you enjoy us at this, thanks.
yeah, no, thank you. Seriously, more to come. Trust me. And streams are really like 90% of my content now. I really just don't enjoy making videos anymore.
Bow.
Bow.
Sorry, I was just...
So we had
It's
to-
peaks and valleys, man. You know,
Yeah.
it takes
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
We can just make some more crack theory videos.
At this point, I might as well.
You said yourself, Sevens lends to that. That you could
Yeah.
literally just say anything.
Yeah, and it could happen because the show was just bonkers.
Even in like a dream, like fugue state, somehow Yuga dreams about Yugi. So it's like
Yeah.
it's not he was never there, but it somehow is there.
Yeah, it would fit the show. It wouldn't be surprising.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Be ridiculous.
Nicholas Horton donated $5.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Said the Vrains dub stopped at episode 82. Gord/What's Beyond Instincts.
Okay. Thank you, Nicholas. 82.
82.
So we're near the end of
Is
season.
there no
2.
plan to return, or is it?
Nah, they'll return.
That's
They're just they're recording
what is
episodes.
82.
82. 's-
Did Lightning beat Blood Shepherd already? Isn't that like 78
I
or
think
something
that's
like
I
that?
think that's Windy Soulburner.
Oilers.
I think that's
I might-
Windy Soulburner.
I mean, come on. If you're here, show was last year.
I know. I was there.
Yeah, that might...
I think it's Windy Soulburner.
No, I thought that was 86.
Oh no, Gore,
No,
Go.
it
It's
was
Playmaker
Go.
versus Go.
Oh, when he
Yeah.
has Earth in him.
Yeah, Playmaker versus
That makes
Go.
sense. And then we got to Soulburner Windy because I think that's like 85, 86.
84. Yeah, you're right.
Something like that.
You're right. Yeah.
Great duel.
Yes. XZ's Lovers donated $10.
Thank you, XZ's Lover. Dude, you've been a complete goat on the Twitch streams. XZ's Lover has gift subbed like to 20 people on the Twitch streams, and the donations, dude. I mean, you've been incredible to me. Thank you again. Thank you, man. I really am speechless.
And there was a message in it, but then he took it away. I think there was a misspell. So if you want to at me, with
add her, and then we'll do it again.
Yeah, I'll read it out again.
Yeah. Thank you, XZ's lover. Thank you, Josh. Seriously, man. Thank you.
And then another dono from Bam donated $5. Said sports talk. Our Yankees are doing well. Yes, they are.
Go Yanks!
Woo!
Not a real season.
NBA playoffs are fun.
Yeah.
Champion League final is good, or mask for a win for Bayern.
Bayern. Go PSG.
NFL soon. Hopeful for Giants.
Hopeful for Giants. They're not going to win more than 5 games.
Don't be hopeful for them.
Massacre win for Bayern. I'm thinking 8-0.
Okay.
They just won, what, 8-2?
We're not
8-2. Yeah, you're worse.
Not now.
No, still. If PSG and Barca played, Barca would win.
Well, Barca's their kryptonite. It doesn't matter who's on the team.
Exactly. So I'm thinking, okay, to be fair to you, 7-1.
How about this? 4-2.
Bayern. But I hope Bayern wins it.
PSG.
I'm going to be so... It's also a fluke season. It shouldn't even count.
Yeah. If PSG wins...
If PSG played Salzburg, not Salzburg,
like that,
Leipzig in an actual two-legged semi, they would have lost.
If PSG wins...
Okay.
Didn't Man U just lose the other day?
Yeah, but we're in Champions League.
You have to wear one of my PSG jerseys on stream.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Oh, shake on it.
Yeah.
It's a legitimate bet. Ooh.
And if they lose...
Oh, he's got to make his side.
You have to wear the Yugimoto wig for 20 minutes during the stream. Okay. I'll adjust that wig for you. Bro.
I have 3 jerseys. Which one do you want to wear?
That wig's not comfortable. Bam, thank you for the donation. Everyone root for PSG next... Bayern next week.
Yeah, go PSG. All right.
What a mistake.
What a mistake.
Sam donated another $5.
Thank you, Sam.
Said, always gonna have good memories with you. Voice acting hentai with you.
See?
Singing to us shirtless after whooping us in Mario Kart 8. Never gonna forget that stuff.
See? That's the dark days of the beginning of YouTube.
I was just going to say, that's like the pre-2000 sub days of the beginning of YouTube.
Yeah.
Where I could, I did that stuff.
Those were good back-to-back statements there.
There's a lot to unpack.
Voice acting, the hentai followed.
Yeah, can we unpack a little bit of this
listen,
voice acting?
That voice acting was Sam and I believe Sam was Yugioh, I was Yuzu. When we got to the graphic
are they related? Or they did
No, they were not related in this story.
Okay.
That's disgusting, but I guess they were in the manga, yeah. When we got to that specific part of the particular story, the acting stopped. We did not go further than that. At least I did not.
Go.
What are you trying to say about Sam?
It's calling you out, Sam.
But then you also danced shirtless.
Well, the
at
Mario
beginning of
Kart thing, I got
Kart.
the perfect 60. So I've done the perfect
Okay.
60 to you many times.
Well, I always.
So, were you on, a Discord, video chat with them? So
I
they
think
see
it might have
you
been
running?
a Snapchat video from, 2016.
Or Skype or something.
Yeah, it was something. All I know is I won in Mario Kart. I got the perfect 60.
It's not fun to play you in many of those Nintendo games.
Not at all.
That's
horrible time.
I want both of you to know that's a compliment. So thank you.
And I say, Mario Kart, I always feel like I'm all right, I'll finish top 4 or 5. I have a chance.
Yeah.
Mario Party, it's complete luck, and I still know I'm gonna get massacred.
Yeah.
I know there's not even. I have
so
no
angry.
chance whatsoever.
I get so mad.
And Bam, who we actually played in Mario Party, I won that game as well.
Yeah, he did.
Thank you.
And
Bam.
he's so cocky.
I'm not. I'm very humble about it. I'm very humble about it. I'm very humble.
If you ever play with him, he just purposely.
Are you kidding me? The second I clinch the win, usually 70% through the game, I offer a handshake. I say, "Hey, good game, Pete. You played well."
A freaking asshole. That's why.
I said you played well.
The worst.
And maybe next time, things will play out.
All I'm gonna say is, who are you gonna believe, us or him?
Dylan's the most fake humble person when it comes to those games. You
Absolutely.
he'll destroy you in a game and go, you did good.
Yeah, he'll
bro.
go. Yeah, good effort. Thanks for showing up.
That is so untrue. I can't even begin to unpack how untrue that is. I win with so much grace. It's not even funny. I mean, I'm the most gracious winner you'll ever meet, especially when it comes to those Mario games.
I'll take what's not true for 200, Alex.
My laptop is dying. We need to read off the rest of these.
Yes, for 20%. Real quick, I want to read a comment from Sam. He said he got the perfect 60, then sang "With the Wind" to us on Snapchat while jumping onto his bed with his Selena Gomez. Next day, he took us on Snapchat to Taco Bell and roasted us the whole way.
Yeah, it was Chipotle because I don't eat a Taco Bell. I believe I did say that Chipotle was for winners. So that day I was able to celebrate a nice Chipotle.
He's only helping her team.
And, well, no, because I said the next day if Sam and I believe there were a few other people with us wanted to go, they could go. But, you know.
Sam...
Being sort of somebody.
Yeah, like that lives in like Australia.
Yeah, I think
he wanted to go.
Land?
Well, no, they have Chipotle's in Aussieland, don't they?
I don't know, but he can't go with you.
Can we get a fact check on that? Is Chipotle in Aussieland? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Chipotle is in Aussieland.
There's no one there.
Yes, Brian. There was a Selena Gomez stand-in on the stream one time. That was during Jump Festa.
That's funny because Sam said no, there isn't Chipotle in Aussieland.
Right.
Oh. Yeah. No. Okay. No Chipotle. Sorry. No, you're fine. You're fine.
Dylan's invisible friends
there's
are
still
yelling
no
at
one
him
there.
again.
We literally have a friend off screen. His name is John. You guys know John. John's been on the stream before.
He's not there.
Don't slander John's name.
I'm not slandering. He's right there. He's
you
the
just
fact
said
checker.
you gave a bad fact, and that's not true.
Oh.
I want you to apologize to John.
Well, no,
Next donation.
Next donation.
Alan Wilkinson.
You guys are making me look like I'm this crazy nut.
Yeah, hashtag Dylan the Villain.
Dylan the Villain is
Dylan
just
the
being
Villain.
spammed right
That's
now.
insane. I'm getting a bad rap.
You're
Crazy.
creating your own bad rap.
Alan Wilkinson donated $2. Said 14 equals clip show. I don't know what that means.
Alan is thinking that 14 is going to be a recap. I hope it's not, Alan.
Oh, yeah.
Because of COVID, I would obviously cut them a break. I wouldn't really be too harsh about it. I hope it's not, though, Alan. But that's not a bad theory there. Not a bad theory. And I hope you're doing well, Alan. Thank you for another donation, man.
Brian Ford goes see what it feels like to be slandered.
Well, Brian was... Never mind. Yeah, I do, Brian. We're getting... All right,
Brian, you could always count on us to take things out of context on purpose.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Come on. Oh.
I hate him.
I'm about to
Captain
turn
Rex
the camera
donated
around.
$2 and said no Gundam tonight.
Oh, Matthew Kennedy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's here.
Yeah, Matthew's not really around anymore as
No,
much.
hope he's doing well.
Which is completely fine.
You see him in Discord from time to
Yes,
time.
I don't think
It's
Matthew
okay,
has watched Sevens, and that's probably why, which is completely fine. I know Matthew and Bam this time last year would get into huge flame wars over Gundam, and now it's like, such a special treat if either of them come in for a stream just to chat. Yeah, but that's what happens, man. That's what I say. Communities are kind of just like always moving, you know? There's always moving pieces.
Yeah.
And you're never out of the community. You're always in it.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, you're always welcome. You're always welcome on my channel. Absolutely. Even if you're out of Yu-Gi-Oh! For 5 years, you find me in 2028, welcome back.
5 years, 2028.
5 years, 2028.
That's when he's going to have the 4K camera.
Math is
Oh,
good.
God.
Brian Ford donated $5.
Thank you, Brian.
Said, this comment is to prolong the stream. That's all this comment is for. You may think there's another reason for this comment, but there isn't.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Ah.
That's written in the comment?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Brian.
Great donation.
I'm getting tired.
I know, and they can sense it.
Yes.
They sense the blood in the water, and they're coming after you. I just heard somebody's stomach was over there, was hungry. Somebody.
That was my belly, but not
That was
hungry.
Roman.
Yeah.
Brian, thank you for the dono, dude. You're great. I'm just
That's a good idea.
trying to wrap things up here on Rock and Roman.
When I go to bed
Are we done?
No.
Okay.
Bam donated another $5.
Thank you, Bam. Seriously, dude. Thank
Said,
you, man.
I dropped it, but due to time, wasn't high on my things for free time. Been going to the gym more. Thank you, Dylan, and the crew for all the wonderful memories.
Oh, well, yeah. Hopefully there's more memories, man. You say that like you're never going to come back, dude. Come on. My house is always open for you, bro. And I hopefully, if you get some downtime, hopefully you'll pick it up. I know Stardust Nobody, Sam, he's not watching it, I think for the same exact reason. Not that it doesn't necessarily interest him, but there's just other things that he wanted to watch. And which is completely understandable.
It's also the thing you've always said, too. It's very unaccessible. Like
that's the problem. It's not convenient.
Really hard to watch.
It's not convenient at all. And that is a factor. I mean, that is a factor. Like, you can say it's not, but it is.
100%.
So, if there was some Crunchyroll, I think there's more people that would watch it.
Yeah.
Because it's just easier.
I miss being able to watch it like
on your
the
phone
train,
app.
on my
Yeah.
That was
phone,
great.
just,
Yeah.
Like,
Now I gotta
actually
download
compares
the episode
to the
sub and
early
email
days.
it to you guys.
Remember when you used to send us the episodes for Vrains on like that Facebook page?
Yeah.
It was so much more difficult to click those links, see what works, what doesn't, as
Mhm.
opposed to when they put it on Crunchyroll. I was like, oh, it was great. Just download the app, boom.
Yeah.
Sevens not being on Crunchyroll is a big, big letdown.
Yeah.
You know? Thank you, Bam, for the dono, dude. We'll create more memories, I promise. Is that it?
Nope.
No. Bam didn't.
I am so. Oh my god.
You hit her with the
I am
pen?
so sorry.
Really
I know. I'm
hurt.
so sorry. I think I hit the bone
You
right.
did.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
We gotta wrap this up today.
Live
To
on.
end this.
Dylan is a villain. Hashtag it down below.
Yes.
Dylan the
No,
villain.
no, he really did.
I'm sorry. Where it hit the bone,
It
right?
hit the bone. Right? Don't.
Yeah. No. I was just trying to understand how it happened.
Yeah.
You took the pen and you hit my bone with it.
I
That's
know.
how it
I know. I
happened.
hit you harder than
in a
I.
row
I'm
right
sorry.
It happens
Yeah.
a lot.
Your row
Don't
is-
say that.
No,
That
no,
doesn't-
no, Jesus.
That's so. That's come
And
on.
now
That's
you're wrong.
serious. We
I'm
can't.
kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
you
kidding.
can't joke
I'm
about that.
kidding.
I mean, come on, that's horrible. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Pam donated $2 and said hashtag Dylan the winner. Not true.
Oh, there you go. I was the winner. Oh, Night All. He didn't say not true.
I said
Yeah,
not true
okay.
because you're not a
The
winner.
peanut
right now.
gallery over here.
Night all and wish everyone well.
Thank you, Bam.
Damn, we wish you well as well.
I wish you well too, dude.
Yes, please stop
And
in more.
be great, man. You're a great guy, and I hope to see you around a little more often.
And your gym is open? Where's Bam live?
Texas.
Texas.
That's why.
You're lucky, man. I miss the gym so much. You miss the gym, don't
I
you?
do. I really do.
Like
Thank
a
you,
makeshift gym in my backyard right now. I miss the gym so much.
Next dinner is from Stardust Nobody. Sam said, next time can we do a Lelouch, Kalen, or CC one?
Yeah, well, how do you comment on that, Dylan?
Well, again, in these instances, do I have to be the girl again?
That's your concern. You did a good female voice, I think.
Samuel, you know, I did. Oh, Yuya.
Oh, Jesus. Those were dark days. Next donation.
I'm just gonna hide.
Davis Enos donated $2.
Clip that, Davis, by the way.
Please. Said, you're not going to bed. You're not going anywhere.
No, I'm going to bed. Davis, thank you for the donation, man.
Oh my gosh. We have one more from
Okay.
Sam. He said, Kate, when you make and Dill watch Lion King. That is the next one we're watching. Guess what we watched this weekend?
Guess what we watched this weekend?
Is it a Disney movie?
Yeah, look at me.
Was it Frozen again?
No, it wasn't Frozen.
Okay. So
Mulan.
No, look
no,
at me.
it's not on there yet.
Do I remind you of anyone?
Oh, yeah, it had to be Ratatouille.
Okay, well, I mean,
That makes sense.
Emperor's New Groove.
I'm actually
Dilglini.
I'm actually upset that you got it that
yeah,
quickly.
Dilglini. I mean, well, you said look at me. And
I know. I thought you were gonna say
like.
like the Camp Rock with Nick Jonas. Or
No,
something.
no, I immediately
No.
thought of Linguini, and so I was like, oh, well. that
I
makes
don't
sense.
look. But I watched Ratatouille again, and I was actually. It's a very good movie.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
It's a really good
Where
movie.
you star as one of the main
I
people.
don't look like him.
You do.
No, I really
Love it.
don't look like Linguini.
No.
You did really well in that movie.
Yeah. It was A+ work.
Wait, so now have you watched these movies before? So Kate's like taking you through them, kind of thing.
Some of them I've watched. I haven't watched Ratatouille in a while, but Colette. I mean, Linguini's ultimately the
I'm
winner.
one
He
of
ends up
those
with that French
people
woman.
that is usually ostracized because I have not really watched any Disney movies. So like I've never seen The Lion King.
I never have either. That's one I missed.
Yeah, so that's
I
I mean, I
the
know the
next
main
one.
things that happen.
Yeah, with
That's
Simba. Yeah.
And Scar and
When he chucks
Yeet.
him off the cliff.
Yeet.
Eats him right off.
Don't spoil.
I'm not. I'm just. I mean, the movie's from '94, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
dark time.
you told me that when I said no spoilers about
I said it was a year ago.
Yu-Gi-Oh from a year ago, but
All right.
no spoilers on Lion King. That thing came out 30 years ago.
Are we wrapped up?
No, we're not. They keep
You
coming
guys,
in.
please. I really do appreciate it. Please let me go to bed. Please.
Church of Flapple donated $2. Said top 10 moments before hero becomes villain.
Yeah.
Hmm. As a video idea?
No, I think when I hit her with the pen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can come up with 10 moments video form of when Dylan acted like a villain.
That's not
Me
true.
too.
Be great.
Thank you, Church, for the donation.
Next donor from Brian Ford donated $2.
Thank you, Brian.
Said, I'm trying to push the stream to 11 p.m.
What time is it now?
10:57. That's not too bad.
No,
You know what? Okay, we'll go to 11. If I promise that if it stops, we'll go to 11.
Goose stream.
Oh, thank you, Goose. And again, when it's the link in the description, I just have to check this. But link in the description gives me more.
You get more of a percentage of the cut of the donation.
Yeah, way more.
But all donations appreciated.
That's it.
I know, but I'm trying to
Like open it.
Did it get like cut off?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's got to be a way you can expand them.
There's got to be a way. I just don't know how to do it yet.
Right click.
But maybe expand this.
No.
No, there's got to be a way to open it.
That's just weird.
Wherever it gets cut off, Goose, if you're still here, just comment whatever the rest of it is.
Well, anyway, Goose donated $10 through Streamlabs. Very, very generous donation. Goose, thank you so much, man. Let me see if I have it.
They don't stop coming and they don't stop coming.
No. That's one that I need to figure that out, how to make it better.
Yeah.
I know what to do. This is so unconventional, but we're so off the rails right now that it doesn't even matter. I'm just going to make this alert massive and then repeat it. So Goose wrote, real talk, since we're all being mushy, I was flabbergasted when I heard your voice in the anime convention those years ago. Was kind of nervous, but really nice to meet someone off screen. Grateful to call you a friend.
And Jump Festa was hella
And
fun
Jump
seeing
Festa was hella fun seeing everyone. Oh, actually, yeah, it got cut off anyway in here. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Listen, Goose, you're great, man. Thank you so much for the donations and all the support you have given me as a content creator. What happened?
You'll get to it. It's a donation.
A big one?
No.
No,
It's just
no,
hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the way you acted, I thought like
Oh, just-
Oh, you'll
Like,
understand. You'll
Anonymous
understand.
Anonymous came with like a 300. Jeez. Goose, seriously, man. Thank you so much. Jump Festa was amazing. It was amazing to meet you. It was amazing to meet you at Liberty City. I'm hoping to get the gang back together for Jump Festa this year. Obviously, because of COVID, there's some hesitation with that
And limitations.
But I'm hopeful that we will be able to do something like that in the very near future. Goose, you're a great guy, and I'm very lucky to call someone like you a friend. So thank you for all the support you give me, man. You're amazing, dude. Thank you.
Next dono is from Captain Rex, donated $2. Said, we say you stay here. Because of the donos.
Thank you, Captain Rex.
They're purposely torturing.
Yes.
This is a good way to top
Yeah,
it
this
off.
is the last dono right now.
Cal, I expect better.
Cal.
I expect better.
Otis Cunningham donated $2. Now I feel dirty even reading
I'll
this.
read it.
Do you want me to do it?
No.
I can read it.
So, a guest was getting head on the ride again today.
Like, now, Otis, I gotta ask you that. Like, stop. How often does that happen? Because, like, I'm used to, like, wacky things happening and, like, I've been not...
Heroin needles.
But, like, how often is the ride ends at some point? So if, like, you're working it, like, that's gotta suck.
It's
like,
a small world.
Literally. Oh, my God. Yeah, because it's dark in there.
Disney, though.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Disney wouldn't allow that kind of behavior.
They'd have to go to the Tunnel of Love.
Yeah, Otis, listen.
I can't believe that happened.
Thank you for the
It's
donation.
actually wild.
It happened again, dude. Listen, people are wild in Orlando. I don't know what to say.
What the hell?
You guys have been amazing tonight.
There's, I think we skipped one.
Yeah,
Church of
Missed
Flabble.
over one. Yes, you're right. Church of Flabble donated $5. Said, how would Yuga duel in the future since his ace is banned? And how will it affect his relationship since technically he's been cheating?
You want to take that one?
Like, Yuga's been cheating?
If, if his monster's banned, he's technically been cheating.
No, well, first of all, I don't categorize it as cheating. I mean,
It wasn't banned
was,
before,
yeah, it was
yeah.
legal, and then now it won't be, and that's probably going to be because of Roa and Goha. I think it would be great for his character. I mean, one thing I think I've been pretty critical of, and everyone else has, is he's too over-reliant on having that one ace. I mean,
Yeah.
he's had a couple of duels where that was the only card he put on the field.
Yeah.
So it would be really nice to see him win in other ways. Be a little bit more adaptable.
Absolutely.
I agree. Yeah,
it's because
I
you
agree.
replayed it. I saw this and I thought that.
No.
Okay, I understand now.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll be a cool plot point, but I don't think it'll be a plot point that lasts past the Roa duel, honestly. I think it'll be fine. When he summons Dark Magician, they'll be like, oh, well, get that theory ready, bro. All right.
One more from Sam. Said, Dill's favorite song, Everyone in Florida is Stupid.
I believe that.
Wow.
That is untrue. That is untrue. But you know the song from Family Guy.
Yes.
You know it.
It's a lot of songs from Family Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm burned out.
And also,
I don't even know
Otis said that was what did he say? The fourth time in the last 2 months?
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Jesus.
That really is disgusting.
Especially in, like, COVID time.
Yeah.
Also, if
it's bad enough as it is.
If you're doing that in front of kids, isn't that, like...
Oh yeah, you could get arrested.
Like, that's a massive...
Oh, yeah.
You become a
100%.
sex offender.
Yeah, you go on the list.
Offender.
And at Universal, there's kids all around.
You also probably be banned from the park in all future proceedings.
Is that like a bucket list thing for a lot of people that they want to do it at Universal?
Probably.
Poor
people that go there all the time, they probably study the parks.
And Calver's like, I know what I'm doing next time I go to Florida. Listen, thank you guys so much for coming by, talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up, rockin' Romin Kirishima with the big win, our predictions on Yuga versus Roa. If you are not burnt out from Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's talk, I do a pre-show, I do a live watch-along every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Please join me for that. We had over 300 people the last time we did that, and we will be previewing and reacting to the first part of Yuga versus Roa. I will also be live here tonight, 7 p.m. on Thursday, literally tomorrow night, Eastern Time. We will be going over some Duel Links stuff. I think there's a new tag tournament that we'll be trying out, so I'll be live tomorrow night as well. And I'll be live on Twitch at 9 p.m. on Thursday. We have been really getting a lot of great people to come into Twitch. We've gotten so much support on Twitch, so please do me a favor, follow me on there. I would really appreciate it. The link is down below. Trying to get to 500 followers before my birthday. We're very close. I would really love that. I will be live on YouTube and Twitch tomorrow night. Kate, Cal, Pete, anything to promote?
Yeah, what are you playing on Twitch tomorrow?
We will be playing Paper Mario, finishing Chapter 3.
I just was wondering. I was curious. The only thing I would have to promote, I guess, is in a similar fashion. I'm trying to start streaming on Twitch. It's been a little irregular, like, when I'm actually streaming, but I'm going to try and get a schedule going. Sorry, I talk with my hands. I'm Italian.
So
but if you guys want to follow me on Twitch, I'll write it in the chat. Make it easier. Yeah,
going forward, I'll permanently have it linked down below.
And while Dylan is going for 500 followers, I'm trying to get to 50.
Get him that affiliate. Twitch affiliate. Get him there. Get him there today.
So once I could do that, that'd be awesome. But yeah, I'll type it in the chat, and you guys can feel free to come by. I'll be on again soon.
Yeah, get him there tonight. Pete, anything to promote, my man?
I mean, I have a channel that's not very active anymore, includes gamers here on YouTube. I mean, maybe some stuff there in the future. I still want to shoot that Last of Us
you beat the game?
spoiler cast.
No, you guys can do that without me.
Yeah, we'll probably have to do it without him. But yeah, you can stay tuned to that. I mean, I'm on Twitter if you want to talk to me, Pete Vaccaro21.
I'm on Twitter too, Kate Barney.
You guys are amazing. Thank you all so much for making my dreams come true. I'm just hanging out, watching, donating, super chatting. I can't begin to tell you how amazing you guys are to me, and I'm just so thankful to, again, be a part of an amazing community week in and week out. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your night, an amazing rest of your week. I will, I'm sure, see most of you guys tomorrow night and Friday night as well. Take care, everyone. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Cal. Thank you, Kate, for joining me. And thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing